I want to take long showers with you assholes.
And you them kids that have been slacking off in my tool shed.
By a bunch of organized horses like yourself. And listen, you ought to.
I want to take long showers with you assholes.
And you them kids that have been slacking off in my tool shed.
By a bunch of organized horses like yourself. And listen, you ought to just engage in the car with now and get in with us. That's all right. That's that later.
Oh my God, 100 more on it. Hurry, all of you. I'm down to here.
Pillows? Four of us wolves running around together. Hi, from Scott's Parents Basement. This is the Basement Performers Podcast.
Another week of Benchwarmers Podcast. Willie, Ed, and myself tonight. Eric on vacation. And today's page, basically, stop by and Glenn. I'm going tonight. It is Tuesday night. Got the NBA doubles. Yes, it's a different night up there. We usually always last night we went through this. We got all the NFL games to talk about this week. They're all done. Also, NBA has started this week. There'll be playoffs, playoff rounds with starting tonight, and yeah, lots of stuff going on. That's me. Yeah, I think they said 27 straight days. Crazy. Well, I think I hope this as well as my birthday. First day, playoff baseball, hockey's going, football's going, NBA starts the hunting season, and hunting season, yes. All, everything. I winged one. I winged one. I had a trailer for a while. Oh, so we know what Edward did this week. Wait, Willie, how about you? Well, yeah, I'm sorry, Ed, how was your week?
How was mine?
How was your week?
I was up to UT. When I was up there, we were in a holy water. Oh my God. There was like a hand pointing at me wherever I went. You know, the guy that has hands up like this, you know, he's scared at me. He's just yeah, and yeah, we don't want to get 40 banned. 40 Christian rights to ban us now. Yeah, but I love the tradition of Edgewood of the Catholic Church. All of little things. First, I get in there and I sit down. We're like second row. Gotta pay. We look over and Henry, Henry, he's a woman. Oh, a woman. Isn't he moving the water boy? He was a woman at one point. He let his dream or something. I think so. It was kind of weird because it was like from the Book of Cunningham, 1958. Hey, that's exactly what it's just so weird that the woman. And then the accolade. You know what the accolade is? That's the guy that carries around the boys for him. You know, bro, when you're back in like, steerage, with the other peasants way in the back, you can't do stuff on your second row. And I'm like Doge up there. He's wearing flip-flops and blue jeans that are wore off the hem. I mean, they were like old blue jeans underneath his robe. When he kneeled down, and he right up.
Oh yeah,
They were, I mean, they weren't cheap.
they written on the bottom of the
They were really good. They're really back.
plate tag.
Yeah.
that's-
So, yeah, so next time you go to
what they're wearing underneath their
cool
habit or
stuff.
whatever we call it.
None.
Habit is what we're
Isn't it a rope?
probably just a robe, yeah.
I get to sit with
These are flash.
I get to sit with the father later. He's 27 years old. Old guy. Right? He's down there. He's like, oh, I like it down here.
You know,
No, he hasn't even winged one. He's never even been on the trail.
what is true? We're not lying about the guy.
What's funny is talking about how he became a priest, and we've had some people ask me questions, and, like, 12, and I was like, yes, that guy's going, I got way better chance of you than getting really. What you have going on? I'm guessing you were in Michigan as well.
No, I was not. I was not. I actually stayed in Kenosha and Illinois. Yeah, I had a great weekend. Drank way too much on Friday. Yeah, lost. No, not surprisingly, no. Went down and watched some AA women's soccer on Sunday down in the whole weekend was full. No, there's a stadium right. It wasn't too bad. Actually, you know what? During the second half, that punt came in on Sunday. And, yeah, I saw that. Well, didn't your mother-in-law send you a picture to, more
Got a flurry. Flurries.
call Amber and give you well, it doesn't have to be about going to the public trail. Oh, cheese and this around. Uh,
Uh,
here's that. Last year they went at the same age division, and oh no, they have to go right. So, I think two of the girls are trying to go trail who I one far away.
Hello.
An hour later, oh, but we showed it, That was my week. Nothing special. Did I get 300? No.
Wah, wah.
This week I just a little NFL talk. We talked about seven. Also, the NBA. We'll do our NBA next. Um, talk about it. Let's start off with our usual family. Brought to you by Bananas.
Coco banana.
It is a banana treat that brought back banana. I don't know.
Corn
They're not bad. Where's
Austria.
good day, mate?
What a me. Yes, I didn't even know they had bananas in Austria. I thought it was just Paul Hogan and
I might. Okay.
we're watching a blank screen. It's like watching Willie after like close us.
Looking at myself in the glass. I
Color
reflected
screen.
and no. I listened to the national anthem and
Really
then
comes out of an hour from Billy Wade.
I'm like, yeah, look, it's really snowing out here. Anywho, let's start with the youngest.
What's great? I mean, I don't know if it was really that much. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody saw that. You know how light they're hitting the quarterback because of all the we just did it again last night. Yeah. And it's like, nobody even earlier in the half. Remember? He said, I'm just like you guys. I put my pants like on one time. He's on Twitter went great. You know. I have two words. Don't get your also, Troy should grow some balls and not apologize.
Well, that doesn't do anything right.
What's up there?
Hey, once in a while. Yeah. Very often.
I know when you no.
That is, I don't know. You guys are hearing that. You got to think about. I'm really curious. I think when Stark is here, we're going to do a little research. I think there's been more. Go out there. If not, it's really close. Yeah. You know what? If you bet under every game, that's the one game you're going to lose.
Stay away
Stay away from it. But if you bet the under, how many games it that you have, you get in the game, the black,
right.
whatever. That's not good. Last night, I started to watch. You know
These
what?
aren't crappy teams either. These are good. You're not supposed to. I don't know what it is. I don't know. You're watching you're
look, I understand people long injuries. Well, usually, I mean, oh yeah, ram, right? Good. Yeah, they can't block their guys.
going there. They're
Yeah.
solid. And they're, I mean, even with them, I know that's
not
not.
all aspects. Well, I mean, who runs that with first?
I don't even, I don't even
that,
get
right?
them. But
I like the Giants. I think they're I don't think
Chargers,
yeah,
the Ravens, I mean, Bengals.
I mean, the Bills. Oh, that was. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
The Celtics were playing great. Great till two
Very
back. Almost like he's it almost feel like if it was kind of similar to COVID, they just were like pushing on their head wrapped around, you know.
Everybody
Like,
should have to wear those pictures if they wear in preseason. You know, it is. It is. You're right.
it's gonna look like that
Giz-
Michelin man.
That or Kazoo, Drake Kazoo. Everybody and that's when they was trouble.
I mean,
Anyway, my ugly is oh yeah,
that is
going over the horizon right now. Insiders are saying remove him, owner. Okay, that's fine. I just don't know what's happening. I don't understand one thing I don't get is that players rightfully so about Daniel Snyder is still in this building. He's not there. How is that possible? It's supposed not to be that at all. Nobody says a word. So if it's not watching on the field and they're playing, that's not happening. You know, and I get it. But they both are defensive. I don't understand it. I don't know if he does have some dirt and you know, to tell the way he runs the NFL, different rules. Owners, I get it. he's in the building.
Oh, we've all been there.
Yeah, that's ultimate power right there. Right. So whatever. That's another debate on our table.
It's happened before.
That happened. They're called the command.
And then they'll be off for like 4 years, and then they'll come back
As a Redskin.
oh,
The hell with ya.
we're gonna put a wall around the stadium, and we're
He moves his team to. Oh, we're not coming to Bobby. Oh, here we go. I love it.
Yeah. I'm going bring my that whole situation. How did he get suspended? So suspended for punch that did a rage that made yeah, he made him feel triple single. You know, and I expect him not to do punishment. Seriously, the same guy wants to take away my constitutional right. He can't even control his ball guys in practice. Seriously, you know, I know because he can't control his guys. I need to kind of protect myself from his players. I don't know.
My bet is the Alabama. The only reason I'm saying this is because it's fucking penalty. So we played. I remember we're gonna really cut down on, and we're gonna need more. Just they come up with Tennessee, seven field goal. The Volunteers, great game to see. I mean, everybody likes to get on top of the line. But hey, was really impressed by those volunteers that I got to help the stadium. They all worked well together. And I guess both open now, right? They're all still have whatever they do. Right. Yes. My ugly was the whole. My bad last night was Lord. I was I was an and I know you had to fine. I don't know what what's the first time for it. I don't even argue if I have that lot. And I'm fine with that. They both have to years long. I think it'd be a nice little be a
I
good
s-
money trade.
I heard something too that on Twitter from our table all crap all brutal. Why would you do that?
He was a Charger.
Right, but I don't think he left on bad ground. Yeah, and they and Melvin he was also he's been solid. Like I said, the product, but fans around it are brutal. I don't know, maybe it's always been that way, but with Twitter and
Social media for
haters.
sure, yeah.
I
A lot of these guys, I mean, they didn't even the era. They're smart. Stay away from it. I think it's smart. Really, everybody's a critic. I don't care how good you are. They can do. Somebody's going to be out there.
I usually don't get into that
He
today.
does seem a little foolish.
Oh yeah, he might not be ready. But,
He has a
I mean, I can understand. I can understand. I don't know. I thought that was a bad
how many times
goal. Well, you can't say he doesn't have
good.
this goes back to now. That has see this
They were
see
talking
that.
about last
his
night.
body. That has this light. So she goes to 20 and so you know, act the lights above. They create shadow. They were just bad mouthing how bad she is. Came back. This happened to her before. She said, you know, when I film my golf videos, she says, I use all good lighting. I only use the best shots, so I'm gonna look better, obviously. You know, I'm not gonna bad shots, you know, look bad. Well, that's her whole thing. That's her whole stick. She's a good looking lady.
Yes,
Know?
absolutely.
So she's gonna use, and she said it's hard on the internet right now because she'll have a picture be posted. The first thing's like, oh, her tits are too big, her tits are too small, her ass is too big, her ass is too small, her legs are too long. They're too short. It was the same picture. So I mean, she came out and
I think
yeah, I agree.
on the phones and
So it's just for her to stand up for women, you know, that thing is quite a few
yeah,
that are out.
for sure. We're talking about good. Good. That was good.
He's looking at pictures of Paige.
I am. Well, my good is State women's soccer team. I had the opportunity to go down to Evanston. Number 5. It was a great game. They put up 2 goals in the first half. Warming. They just kept questioning us. And, the only goalie guy was but why'd you say heels, girls? Yeah, heels. Don't they wear heels? This guy. Or anything quick. Well, no, but it was a great game. So a lot of happy people there, and I was seeing the Northwestern fans, which were very glad on that. Rock. Wait, great. I'm going for a rock. No, it was a great game and great venue down there. Like, go green, go white. My good is World Championship. Really, you're in NL. So yeah, Philadelphia, congratulations to them. And also to the Padres. Um, so look, that's the question I kind of pose, I think, on my post. Talk about guys might not think are obvious ones are not. The guy you might think of, I said this last, I don't know if it's on the show, I said it somewhere else in my career, but I'll start with my here. I think Dave Roberts, uh, really, you can't give him, a delay every year turns it into every year he's had, the only year he's ever won was the Astros year. And that's because they would left their pitchers on already, so they might not have won one at all. What, I mean, that's my guy, Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts has always been known as as that was always a team that formidable and then match them or not. I don't players play, I get it. He has the best players. Nobody here, I mean, man for man, not even close. There's no question that the Padres will have the best player on the field right now. And I would say he's still probably one of their best players. They never have them. They beat them. So what do you? Hey, if you want to talk more about Dave Roberts, yeah, guy, go ahead. Dave Roberts. Epic fail. Epic fail. I will say that. Who was sponsored by the Knicks? Oh, Smoky Pickle. Oh, Smoky, Tennessee. I was at that. I should have bought. I would have bought that. So it's bourbon ball. It's like a kind of like a rum chata or horchata type of drink. It's very good. It's like a crispy. And it was an epic fail. That's not. I mean, they won what 111, 112 games. 111. Yeah. So I mean, everybody got that. I mean, they should. Or at least playing in this next series. I mean, you're one and all. Stars. I mean, how many MVPs guys Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, they got Bellinger, which sucks. Haven't lost. Yeah, he's done really well. I mean, they could have Bueller was out. I don't know. Oh, what he did. Okay, he was there. I mean, they struggled. So, I mean, they were missing Bueller as the big guy. Furious, pretty solid. Yeah. But the Padres put a bunch of guys that are playoff proven. The Yu Darvish, the Blake Snell, Bill Musgrove, those guys didn't do it. Blake Snell's There you go.
Look
Look
at
at
the big games. He went with Jack
Morris,
Morris. Yeah,
yeah.
he goes out there. He always does.
You know, Mark Pryor.
Coach, I think, for the Dodgers.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Transformers.
Yeah. You know, Dave Roberts, who else predicted they're going to win the World Series? He goes, yeah, I expect you to go after me for saying that. Yeah, really, no. You go after it. Kind of jinx yourself. I think, part of it was too that the Dodgers are going to play. They've won that. Last season, yeah, Cardinals. You can't lose to your arch enemy. It's no different than the Bears Packers. The Bears are 15-1. The Packers come in at 8-8. I'm in the playoffs to beat them. Oh, that's a lot of pressure on the ball. You can't lose those people. And, you see it in college with the Michigans and Ohio State. If Ohio State comes in now, or who came into Wisconsin the other day, Lamar or whatever, they got the coach fired. They're like 24. They're probably higher now.
They got that team.
Yeah, one loss. One loss.
He's the first or second year coach. He's the first year. That's exactly what it is. Every year after that, I mean, every and he's we through this. They kept it today. He doesn't get through this next round. I mean, I think here they finished.
They lived in.
They lived. They could have been winning another.
Oh, yeah.
So if they come out slow next year, I could see like this late game. It's the same. You got to win, man. You're spending all that money. Dave Roberts, I don't know why. I mean, Dave Roberts,
He is a good guy, but you know what?
you got to win.
I'm going to go to the end. Guy that like every year he
And then oh, Reed. He said Doc Rivers. I just went. Sorry.
Oh yeah, definitely him. The other one too, I think.
Yeah,
There's people that don't really want him.
I think Doc Rivers. What do you think about Matt?
The
Job.
ownership didn't get rid of him when it was kind of demanded. Problem is, I don't know what to do. Usually keep that further coach after 15 or
Right.
anyway. This thing is a kind of really too. They have a chance to be a contender as long as they got a healthy Kevin Durant. Arguably the best player on the planet.
They get rid of. Well, Ben Simmons even better. He never plays anyways.
So let's you know,
You tried any football coaches yet?
yeah. I think college. I mean, he's a yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm with Northwestern. I don't know. No,
I hate that pick.
I get what I get what you're saying. Yeah, another football, right? He's a good coach. He's gonna years ago when the Bears got talking about the quarterback. I mean, I can understand it. In the NFL, I like college coaching is where it's at. You can get out there. So I like college football. Plus, like you have control.
Northwestern.
Yeah, you have control. So I don't know.
I got one.
I get it. I get it. Girl. Yeah, that's cool. You know, quarterback.
Yeah, you're probably right. If
you won't expect. I mean, they're not expecting to win anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not a playoff.
he's an old man, I can't imagine.
They win. They're really
Yeah,
good.
well,
The Rams, where they're playing now, the Rams off the fire. Yeah, zero. They need to talk about it. Weird. They're they're in trouble. I thought after ball, too good. But when you're in trouble, I get it. Hold it up. Smart enough. Kind of hold. Like 70. Yeah, really. Kingsbury.
always is.
Yeah. Come on, man. And I think next week we're going to take Tyler Murray. Right?
I'm bringing Josh Rosen back.
No, not Rose. Bring that still in the league. He was back. What? He's paid by them. Hell no.
Not that long ago.
Yeah, I mean, the Tanner Hackett, I know you said no. I mean, I don't think it was
fire
his
him.
first year because they are trouble with you know who's not? Is Brennan. Yeah, Mr. Ford. He did it again last night. Ford now. What is field goal right? I think it's before the player got hurt. So it was like, what? Really?
Is he like have like an app that he like looks at that tells him, it's like a magic 8 ball?
I don't think he wants to coach in the NFL anymore. I think he's trying to get fired to take his money. I really do. It's weird. And before the game, I'm not a big Further McFarland, the whole thing for the game out there. I don't want to go in. Um, yeah, the goose. But anyway, then he was talking. I agree with 100%. And they're coming. He's young. That's part of it now. They're out there. Oh no, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they go back. That's telling me, where's the telling me to do a great analytics don't, and I'm sure they don't. They don't tell you if the scoring ran out. If your centers have a back. Analytics don't know. Analytics only know what works for everything. Third and one, 95% of the time, teams get it. The only thing that went for no, our fourth one, 95%. The only thing that went for fourth down so far this year was Bill. And we got Josh Allen who all over the line, like falling over.
And like the game we were at earlier, where there's 4 inches of water on. How do you
really look at it?
It's a guy.
Fourth and 4 from the 30 field goal. And actually, you're probably going to try to go for it because the field goal in that range. They're irrelevant. And I never have a team now. I don't know. I don't know. Overanalyze.
Exactly.
You
can't use it as your primary source. It's a move. It's one of the your intuition. There's a story about
remember the story. I don't remember it. I think but it was about taking chances and doing what you think you should do, not what
You can have a child do that. I mean, read up the paper and do it. Seriously, if you're just taking this app or whatever it is that you're going to do, how do you need to get a coach? If anything, you're doing it 100% doing it maybe 25, 30. Yes, I don't know. I mean, baseball, it's a little more analytical because you're talking about pitches and locations. There's a lot more to process there.
I mean, everything is so well documented now in baseball.
It's always, yeah. I mean,
if you're a good student as a pitcher, you can figure out what to do against these batters, right?
and it's on a weekly basis. It keeps changing. So it's hard on hitters now. They have to look at Bellinger. He can't adjust, obviously, or something's actually physically wrong with him.
Or he can't cheat no more like Yelich.
That's the thing. Yeah, it might be something like that. If they're not on the juice, a certain steroid help.
No, I think maybe
if they don't have a masking agent,
signal their signs thing.
That's the other thing. They seem behind on everything. Those guys are like missing fast. Bellinger's missing fastballs at like an astronomical rate.
Yeah, they said that's the worst thing. You can't miss fastballs.
I would.
That's how you get in the majors.
Seriously, one of us would probably hit it almost the same rate he is on fastballs. It's just by chance, just swinging the bat up there, you should hit him. It's a fastball. Just
just dangle your
fastball
bat
every pitch. Why is he even looking at any? It's just fastball until they start throwing him breaking balls.
Isn't that what Baez does? Guess everything's a fastball coming in.
Yeah, that's the problem with him, though. The problem is everything with him's a curveball. Everything with Bellinger's a fastball.
Fuck you, Joe Boy. I do myself. That's what he says.
It's about the right. You're right, though. But baseball's so analytically driven. It always has been.
Right. But
so
when you get better,
football shouldn't be that much. There's too many weird variables that there's 11 guys on each side running around like maniacs.
Reckless abandon.
So let's talk a little NFL. Let's go through like maybe half the games.
Scott, it was perfect intro into that with the yawn with the NFL.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
It was pretty good. Yeah, I did it on purpose. No, I'm just kidding.
I could tell.
So last night, Monday Night Football, we talked about Chargers Broncos 19-16. Chargers prevail in overtime. Russell Wilson 188, 1 touchdown. Like I said, Latavius Murray got 15 carries for 66 yards in the game. Herbert 238, no touchdowns. Eckler 36 yards, 1 touchdown. Josh Palmer 9 catches, 57 yards, and Jerry Jeudy 354.
Did you see who caught the touchdown from Russell Wilson? First catch, El DeBarge. Did you see him?
Yeah,
just like El DeBarge.
Got a sweet little mustache he's got.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah,
He's a cute little guy.
Yeah. Giants.
Back to Herbert real quick. I think it's the first time he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in his career.
Really?
I think so.
There was some record that he broke for the most passes without a touchdown or something, without an intercept, whatever. It was something weird. Yeah, I mean, everything's a record
no,
now, but
57 passes on Monday with 0 touchdowns.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, because that's what it was, 57.
And the last time that happened was it was the second time it happened this year, and that was Kyler Murray was the other guy that did that.
Wow. Ravens Giants. You guys know, fun fact, the games are 5 minutes shorter. Ravens will be 6-0.
I can believe that.
They would be. They've lost 3 10-point leads with under 5 minutes left this year. 10 or more points they're winning by, and they lost 3 games. But they're 3-3. Once again, up by 10. Lamar Jackson made a poor choice through a pick, and then they get the ball back down by 4 with a minute and a half left, and he proceeds to fumble the ball, and the game is over. Lamar Jackson, 210, 1 touchdowns. Kenyon Drake came in, 10 carries, 119 and a touchdown. Mark Andrews, 7 catches, 106 and a touchdown. Daniel Jones, another solid game, 173, 2 touchdowns. Barkley, 83 and a touchdown. And Bellinger, 5 catches, 30 yards and a touchdown. Brian Daboll doing a great job in New York. Very good job.
Yeah, he's winning games.
Yep, and that's what it's all about. It's not pretty, but if you can win when it's not pretty and you can right the ship and get it pretty, then guess what? Then you have pretty wins. I said pretty a lot tonight in the last 5
so
wins.
I thought we were going to go into that song Pretty Vegas after that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it ain't pretty.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So is Odell on his way back to being a Giant, you think?
I don't think they're a contender enough for him.
I think he's going to go somewhere where it's nice weather or something. finish up.
I was going to say the Rams again, but who knows now? It depends what's going on. I don't know. That's going to be a tough. Joe Burrow walks into the Superdome last week. Or I'm sorry, the Mercedes-Benz Dome wearing a number 1 Jamar Chase jersey from their days back at LSU, the same place they won the national championship, and they prevail 30-26. Joe Burrow, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mixon, 8 carries, 45. Jamar Chase, 7 for 132 and 2 touchdowns. And also Kamara, 99 yards rushing. And Dalton, 162 and 1 touchdown. And the Saints dropped to 2-3, and the Bengals moved to 3-3 after a slow start.
If you look at, I was just looking at Burrow's passes too. 7 complete to Chase, 6 to Boyd, 6 to Higgins. He's throwing the ball down the field to his receivers.
Yeah.
He's not like dinking everything.
Now, Joe Burrow's a good talent. He's a good quarterback. He's going to be around for a long time, I think, in this league, as long as he wants to be in this league. And no fun facts in that game, Willie?
Nothing on that.
Okay.
Nothing.
Jaguars, Colts. Colts 34-27. Nice game of Matt Ryan. 389, 3 touchdowns. Dexter Jackson, 42. Is it Dexter Jackson? No, I don't know. Can't remember his name. Running back Jackson, 42. No, Dexter Jackson was the cornerback for the
Dion.
Was it Deion? Deion Jackson, cornerback. Dexter Jackson was the cornerback for the Buccaneers for years, or safety, I think.
That's a better name though. Dexter's way better than Dion.
Yeah. 42 and a touchdown. Michael Pittman, 13 for 134. And for the Jaguars, ATN, 10 for 86. Lawrence, 165 and a touchdown. And Zay Jones, 5 catches, 42 yards. So the Colts moved to 3-2-1 after their 0-2-1 start. I believe they won 3 in a row now. Right? 3 in a row they won? They were 0-2-1, or were they 0-1-1? They won. Maybe they won 3 out of 4. Let's put it
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4, yeah. So they look like they're going to compete for that division again. And the Jaguars dropped to 2-4, but still playing well. Look better than they have in the past. They're still in games and playing and fighting. So they're another team. I believe they're on the upward thing, just like I believe the Lions are. They're moving this way, not winning, but they're moving upward, not downward.
Because the Colts 3-2-1.
Yeah, 3-2-1. Yeah.
So there's a little stat about that. So Jackson and Pittman both had 8 receptions in the first half. The last pair of teammates to have 8 receptions in the first half were.
Let's guess.
Who?
8. What is there? Is there a year on there?
It was week 5, 2012 against the Washington Redskins.
Week 12.
I can give you one more hint that's going to make it.
Hold on, let me
easier.
think. So I'm gonna go with their. Was it a division opponent?
For the.
He's saying like, is it the Cowboys?
They're just talking about it's just the last pair they had.
But was it from a division? Was it a Cowboy, a Eagle pair, or a?
It was a.
It wasn't a division opponent.
No, well, you're talking about for the Colts, or are you talking?
No.
Oh my God, you're killing me.
No,
Willie.
you're killing me too. I'm not sure what you're asking.
No, division opponent. You said the Redskins was against.
It was against the Redskins.
So,
it wasn't. It's somebody in the division. No.
Okay,
I got you.
okay,
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in 2012. A pair of good receivers, but it's probably not good receivers. Probably some weird thing. I'm gonna go with the Redskins, huh? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I can tell you that Matt Ryan quarterback both duos.
Oh,
So Julio and
it was Roddy Wright.
No.
Oh, Roddy Wright. Huh? 2012. That was 9 years ago. 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
So it wasn't Roddy White. Who was the receiver they had right after that?
Well, it doesn't have to be a wide receiver either, you know.
Tony Gonzalez? Was it Tony Gonzalez?
Yeah.
that trick. What did you see his face light up? What do you say?
He was like, I got you guys.
That's what it looked like too.
Yeah. Gotcha. So Vikings moved to 5-1. Dolphins dropped to 3-3, 24-16. The Dolphins started their third string quarterback, and Bridgewater was healthy. But the reason Dolphins gave was because they prepped the offense to the strengths of the third string kid. But the offense with Teddy Bridgewater was probably the same offense they went with Tua. So I don't understand why Teddy Bridgewater wouldn't have started. That's just my opinion. He came in though because I can't remember the kid's name, broke his thumb, I believe, in that game. So Bridgewater had 329 and 2 touchdowns. Mostert 49 yards rushing. Tyreek Hill 12 for 177. Justin Jefferson 6 for 107. Delvin Cook 77 yards and a touchdown. He was shut down pretty well though because he had 53 yards on one run, I think.
Yep.
And Kirk Cousins 175 and 2 touchdowns. So the Vikings are moved to 5-1, and the Dolphins dropped to 3-3. And yeah, anything about those two?
No. Just Cook killed me in my fantasy. So
Yeah. Patriots, Browns. Patriots get back to their winning ways after a poor week a couple weeks ago. They won 2 in a row, 38-15 over Browns. Moon Unit Zappa had 309 and 2 touchdowns. Stevenson, 76 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Devontae Parker, 4 for 64. Brissett, 266 and a touchdown. Nick Chubb, 56 yards rushing. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 4 for 74 yards. And the Patriots are looking a little better. They still have things, but the controversy now they've been talking about, possibly this could be happening. When they asked Bill Belichick about Mac Jones, he did not in any way guarantee Mac Jones would get his job back when he came back. And it's kind of funny. I was listening to the Waddle and Sylvie show a few days ago, and Tom Waddle made a great point. The only position in the NFL that usually that doesn't happen to is quarterback. Is quarterback's the only position that this can happen to usually. Because usually, if you think about it, if the best linebacker on the team gets hurt, is out for a month, when he comes back, guess what? He's starting again. Best cornerback on the team gets out, but the guy that takes place plays great. Guess what? Your cornerback. The quarterback's the only spot that usually and you ever think about it.
It's true.
If you're a mid-level quarterback, you can lose your job.
Yeah.
And does Mac Jones deserve to lose his job? Bill Belichick is all about winning, but Bill Belichick has to be a realist. If his plan is to be there for a couple of years, you need to make this kid better, because right now the Bills are better than you are. The Jets might be better than you are, possibly, or the same. And Miami, when they get Tua back in their offense, because rolling him maybe again, if he can stay healthy, they might. So really benching Mac Jones and getting in his head at this age when he hasn't played great this year, but is really, I don't understand it, but you know what? Bill Belichick, I gave him kudos last week. I still will. If he does that, that's his choice. You have to, and you know what? You're all grown up. So Mac Jones has to live with it and get better, I guess, too.
One of the things I've heard about Mac Jones is he's a why guy. Why are we doing it this way? He questions things. And I don't think Belichick is used to being questioned unless it's by Tom Brady.
Well, do you think Bill Belichick, when he goes, why, he just goes, hold with all these rings on it, and goes, this is why. All these rings. This is why. This is why. And here, see this yellow coat I'm wearing? They gave it to me already.
Right.
I'm going to be in. They sent it to me early to wear on the sidelines. The sleeves are cut off, but I'm wearing it.
That's a good thing, Willie, because
you don't question Bill Belichick. I don't care. You can hate him, love him, whatever. Bill Belichick is probably one of the best coaches of our time in any sport, hands down.
And I'm going to tell you how good.
And I know he had Tom Brady. I get it, but right now what he's doing with this team, they made the playoffs last year with a rookie quarterback. I mean, they could this year. I mean, what are they? They're 3-3. You never know. Yeah. They're playing better than people thought this year. They thought they would take a step back. So
they just smoked a team that everybody thought was a Super Bowl team last year and starting in this year.
They're all prepared. They're always prepared to play football.
And they beat up on the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers beat them, but they played really well. Yeah, that's the incredible thing. The third-string quarterback comes in midway through the game, which probably made the Patriots better, maybe, because he was better. He's obviously the number 2 quarterback now there. He's not back. He's going to be backup now. They're going to probably
Zappy.
What Hoyer is going to the practice squad or whatever they're going to put him. He's done. But they probably made him better, and it's just weird how they do that on the road. And you make
it's the next Tom Brady.
But no, I was going to say
400th round pick.
You talk about Belichick. So with his win yesterday, he has 324th career win. He ties George Halas for second all time.
Tied my guy.
The coaching wins with including playoffs. So
who's the number 1? Shula then?
Yep. He'll never.
And what was his numbers?
Shula won. Is it 360? What was it? 364?
Something like that.
So another 4 years.
No. Maybe it's close. Like 336. Maybe it is.
Oh, so
next year he could do it.
Probably not. Well, probably maybe.
He's at 324. He wins 5 more. They say he wins.
And Belichick was a bum when he was at Cleveland.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Take that. Sometimes you learn.
Exactly. You take a beating. You learn how the front office
and
works.
He went to be honest. Remember, he got to the Patriots, and they had Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, he was. So Bledsoe was legit.
He was a good quarterback. He was a Matt Ryan type guy. He was that kind of guy.
Oh, he was solid.
Yeah, he was a good quarterback, and they had a good team.
He lost his job.
Yeah,
because of an injury.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Hey,
things work out. Sometimes.
Segue.
Ooh, man, I'm like what do they call those guys? A savant.
You're in the biz now.
Yeah, I'm like a retread.
Yeah.
A football.
Can't say that. Oh, retread. I'm sorry. So we'll come back to this. We'll put a bookmark in this. What do you got, Willie? Anything this week?
Well, I do have,
We'll pop into that.
my usuals.
We have nobody rushing us off the set tonight, so
What are you talking about, Willis?
Can we go back to talking about the Bucks guards?
on their G League team in lacrosse. Is it lacrosse?
I don't know where it is. Even.
I don't know. Anyway,
They used to be an Oshkosh.
Pass me the apples.
Well,
Yeah,
normally
these
I do.
apples are legit.
I like them apples.
I
like
love
them
these apples.
Go ahead, Willie. I'm sorry. I'm
So
eating apples.
Normally we do our show on Monday, so this one on this day in sports history is for in 2012. Lance Armstrong loses a host of endorsements in the wake of his doping scandal, which is the beginning of the end for him. So I was hoping Eric was going to be here for that. But no. 1967, the
Here was, but no.
no. 1967, the MLB American League votes to allow the Kansas City Athletics to move to Oakland. In California, in Oakland, California, and expand the league to 12 teams in 71 with Kansas City and Seattle teams. Later accelerated to 1969 due to pressure from the I had to get that in there. 1969.
Boom.
Due to the pressure from the Kansas City politicians.
Okay.
On this day in sports history, in 1968, the Mexico Olympics were going on. And long jumper Bob Beeman
Jumped over the Rio Grande. No.
pretty damn close, 29 feet 2.5 inches, which was a 22-inch improvement over the previous world record.
I can relate to
Wow.
that. I can relate to that. Oh, you said did you say 2.5 inches?
22 inches,
Oh, I thought it was 2.5 inches. All right.
2.5 inches.
That's
wrong thing.
That's
Then.
Wrong thing?
you're talking 22 feet. He almost beat it by 2 feet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. I mean, you just like flying. So
No, you got a pep talk for the game.
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
That's what the pep talk
Let's
was.
ride.
Let's ride.
1974, Chicago Bull Nate Thurmond becomes the first in the NBA to complete a quadruple double. 22 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, and 12 blocks.
Ooh,
That's a great fantasy night.
that would have been a great fantasy day.
Jeez. Until next day, he did
That
one.
was like,
Until the next game came out 1-1-1 and
yeah,
1. A
exactly.
quadruple single and got punched.
Yeah, he got punched for saying triple single. 1977 World Series, Reggie Jackson hits 3 consecutive home runs, tying Babe Ruth's World Series records.
against the Dodgers.
Dodgers, yeah.
Dave
I-
Roberts strikes again.
It was
Oh.
I think Bob Welch gave up a couple, if I remember right.
You're probably right. Because I remember
The last one was just a piss missile too. It was barely got off the ground.
that's when he became Mr. October.
Yep.
Then Jeter became Mr. November.
Yes.
That one year, remember
That
that?
one year, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And in 2009, Tom Brady throws 5 second quarter touchdowns against the Titans, an NFL record for touchdown passes in 1 quarter.
What's that guy ever done? That's so he's got one thing.
Yeah,
Big deal. This guy.
You almost sound like basements. The hot seat there.
He could be the same guy,
Is
you
it? I
know.
wonder if it is.
Oh, you'll never
Could
know.
be.
I'm like it's like the Wizard of Oz and the Wizard. Hell yeah! And it's the little guy in the back.
And then
Hey,
we
what's
pull
up, guys?
we pull the curtain back, and here's Scott back here.
Bench warmers hot seat. What? What are you guys doing? My voice is really high. Hey, what's up?
Pass the apples. You got anything else, Willie?
I got birthdays. I've got film and TV.
We'll come
so-
back to the
all right,
birthdays.
okay.
We'll
all
Did you
right.
guys see that Arkansas golfer got a hole in one at a club? So there was
Oh, and the winning
he
thing.
won a
I heard
F-150.
about this.
So it was like the 10th hole. If you get a hole in one, you get an F-150 or something. And they put it out there, and it was like this big thing to get everybody all worked up over. He gets a hole in one, and they're like, "Well, we didn't really mean you got the try. That was just out there to." So now he sued them. Mhm.
That's what I'd be saying.
Yeah, in Central Arkansas, usually a pickup truck in Central Arkansas, there's probably like a flat tire in the back, maybe a couple of possums he got off the side of the road.
A couple bodies from the Clintons.
Hey, friend of the show, Clayton Parker says that crap happens all the time.
Yeah.
Prior sister back there
The car
for
was
date night.
so it goes down. It was pretty crazy. It was a 2022 F-150 Super Crew. So I mean, it's a pretty expensive truck. I mean,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking, probably closer to 60. I'm guessing. And I was trying to. So they said the club promoted the truck as a prize without their knowledge. The Ford company, that the dealership. So he goes, well, they put it out there without our knowledge, and they didn't have the proper time required to get insurance. So since we didn't have insurance, we can't give it to them.
Hmm.
Yeah. So they made a big deal out of that. So now,
He is suing though, right?
$53,000 it's worth,
Hmm.
and his legal fees he's suing for. So yeah, so it's a pretty good guess.
That's great. Was there a sign or something out there that said,
Yeah, it was actually said.
Jesus.
But they say in the golf course put it out there and said, oh, without our, they thought it was just supposed to be parked over on the side and go, hey, look at our Ford truck. Why wouldn't you want to buy this?
Well,
have you ever seen that?
Never got a hole in one, and I probably never will. But it's not like I hit a hole in one and look in the park and I go, oh, I might win that car. If there's one sitting by the hole,
yeah,
I'm expecting, oh, that's going to be mine if I get.
Yeah,
this.
especially when it says, win this truck.
Hey, the damn Porter parked it in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Then it says there's a little other thing. It says in 2001, a former Hooters waitress filed lawsuit against a restaurant after she said she was promised a new Toyota for winning a beer sales contest, except she was given a toy Yoda character from Star Wars. They reached a settlement, which is not known, so I'm guessing they gave her some money. So anytime a Hooters waitress involved, the bench warmers are on the scene.
Hell yeah.
We're advocates for the Hooters.
Yeah.
Girls.
I mean, somebody's got to stand up for him.
Nobody else does.
Yeah, I bend over backwards for him. I have.
He throws change on the floor.
I got a black eye doing it.
So the MLB playoffs moved the NLCS, ALCS, as we talked about. We've got the Yankees and Astros kicking off tomorrow night, and tonight, as we're doing the show, Philly and the Padres in the possibly not expected side of the bracket.
Yeah, Phillies are up 1-0 right now.
Nope, Phillies are up 1-0. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's the final four we've got. Our picks we have here, and Ed has the Yankees, Houston, Atlanta, and San Diego. So he's 3 for 4. Willie had the Yankees, Seattle, Atlanta, San Diego. Was that you, Willie?
No, that's not mine.
Is that Eric? That's Eric.
It's Eric, yeah.
Willie had Cleveland, Seattle, Philly, and San Diego. So he's 2 out of 4.
Nice.
Cleveland, Houston, Philly, San Diego is who I had. I was like 3 out of 4, but I had Cleveland in the World Series, so that didn't happen unless they let him come back in. Unless maybe they make someone. Maybe Houston should have to forfeit for cheating a couple years ago. Let Cleveland back in.
I don't think any. I mean, Houston's rolling right now.
Yeah, I mean,
And Altuve hasn't hit.
I know.
He was 0 for like 16 or 18 at a point.
Yeah, they're gonna be tough to beat.
so in that Cleveland Yankees series, I guess the Yankees hit like 180 as a team for that series. The Guardians hit like 250. But the big difference was like the Yankees took 16 walks.
Yeah.
The Indians took 8. The Yankees hit 9 home runs. The Guardians hit 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's some big difference right there. I mean, for only hitting 171, and I think Judge was like 3 for 19 at one point in the game today.
Yeah.
So.
Richard, who's your favorite baseball team? Yankees. So that's baseball. Yeah, pretty interesting. The Phillies series was a sweep. The Dodgers was a 3-1, or was it a 3-1 series?
3-1, yep.
Houston was a sweep also, although Seattle gave them a run.
Yeah, they played well.
18-inning incredible baseball game a few nights ago. And the Yankees went to a final game 5 with the Indians. So good baseball so far overall. Even in the sweep of the Seattle series, Seattle gave a fight in every game.
That Seattle team's pretty solid.
They're spunky.
Yeah. I like that team.
I'm going to make a prediction. Since Ohtani went home and they asked him how was the season, I'm disappointed how it went. Something. So how about Seattle as a destination, since
Yeah.
It seems
Ichiro.
it's a very.
But he can't be the
and
face
lot-
of a team in America.
A lot of Asian influence in Seattle. We all
Yeah.
know, correct? But
Yeah.
yeah, yep. Steve Naismith.
But you know
told
what?
us that.
They didn't do well when they had an Asian guy the last time.
Yeah.
They went, what, 25 years or something?
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm interested to see where he go. If I was the Cubs, I would put everything on the table for that dude.
Damn straight.
I would make him the face of my franchise tomorrow.
Yep.
No problem.
Oh, you can sit around and eat Chicago dogs and put a,
They have,
the Bears, that's,
Yeah.
he only knows, that's only English. He knows the Bears.
yeah, that's fine.
He'd be a hero.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I would make sure I back the truck up to him. He already got money, but I back the truck to him, get the trade, whatever they want.
Yeah.
You have any player we have right now, you get any of them. I don't care.
Mhm.
Any player you
And
want.
put him with Suzuki out there.
Yep. We,
You know.
yeah. I really think the Cubs might get into it. Maybe it's possible.
It's good. I like the way you're thinking.
Rumor is Abreu.
Maybe they'll throw in Trout too.
I
Just
think
to-
Abreu?
Yeah,
Huh?
he's heard that Abreu might be
Yep.
coming to the north side.
yeah, he's a free agent, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And they said. I mean, I would like to see that if they can get him for a 1 or 2 year deal.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him over there.
He actually had a solid year this
Oh
year.
yeah, he
He started slow and then he was pretty solid all year though.
he'd be a nice piece to have in that lineup. I'd take that.
Yeah, I mean he's just you're essentially replacing Rizzo with a guy that's pretty similar,
Yeah.
you know.
And
He's a team leader.
he's a veteran.
Yeah.
Good player. So, but you've heard the same thing.
Yeah, I heard the
Abreu.
same thing. And,
They're going to get a shortstop or a third baseman. They have to bring one in.
right.
Why
They don't have the guy. I
the
mean,
rumor is Trey Turner wants to come here, and so does Rondon. Wants to come back to Chicago.
really,
Yes, and that's he wants to be back in Chicago, and he would play for the Cubs. He said.
I'd take those two in a second. And that
Oh.
would be my whole off season because
Yep.
I mean they're
and
stacked
Otani.
with
And
young-
Otani.
that ain't happening. But yeah,
If it
Not all
does,
three
what would you
of
do if
them.
it did happen?
we'd high five. It'd be a good team. I mean, their pitching's still
Hey,
going to be pretty weak.
That
but
deserves a pantsless high five.
that's going to be one of those TV football where you bounce our guts together, but naked.
Ooh.
That's a naked football.
and grease up a little bit so when you hit, you make a nice sound.
I don't need to grease up. I'm already
He's
covered
always
in olive
lathered
oil.
up.
He's covered in olive oil. I'm covered in like caramel apples.
And I got a band in my mouth.
Right?
Yeah, that would be.
Poking.
There's a
Poke
bunch of
his eye out.
shortstops out there. You got Dansby out there. You got Bogarts. You've got.
Dansby wouldn't be a pickup. 'Cause
Correa.
He's going to be cheaper.
Yeah, Correa.
I said
is-
Dansby, but the problem, I mean, is what's his name? Nico Horner, a better shortstop than him.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess you move him around,
Horner could play second for you,
Yeah.
obviously.
and we haven't seen much with
Or
Madrigal.
could you move Horner to third if
That's it.
Magical at second?
Yeah, and then you
And then
got to do what you got
and
to
then
do.
Abreu at first.
So you got to pick either a third baseman or shortstop. You have to bring in this year.
And then Otani in the outfield.
No, Otani be DH.
Okay, Otani DH, and then we have
The outfield's so stacked already.
yeah, they're deep in the outfield right now.
He let Otani pitch.
Every fifth day. Hey, only
His numbers are ridiculous.
only once a week.
Yeah, only once.
Whenever he wants.
And that's the beauty of Otani. You probably, I mean, obviously you want to use as much as you can, but I pitch him once a week. That would be my plan until like first half of the season, go the 6-man rotation and pitch once a week.
Yeah.
And then second half, then you get hot and heavy if you're in a race.
Right.
Why kill him? I'd rather have, honestly, he's a very good pitcher.
Oh,
A great
hell yeah.
pitcher.
his strikeout numbers are like already like top major league in history for like strikeouts per inning and over.
But it's
his career.
his bat's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I've
It's
seen
real.
some
It's
of
real good.
So
I mean, he might get a lot of walks in that order right now, but if you could pull in a couple guys, a couple bats to put around them,
Trey Turner, Abreu, Otani,
oh, we can dream, can't we?
Rondon.
Yeah.
Who's coming back? Who's the?
If you had Rondon come in, their pitching staff's not that bad. It's
they need a bullpen.
yeah. Well, they
their
keep
bull-
trading away.
And that's
They
fine.
don't. They're doing that on purpose. They're
Yeah,
trying to bring
no,
in more talent by
that's fine.
trading off bullpen.
That's fine. I have no problem because what's your bullpen do for you? We need 10 more games and not make the playoffs still.
They're not making the playoffs either way. So
No,
you might as well
no.
trade 3-year bullpen. They brought in they got Wisniewski out of that deal.
Yep.
Because they sent over some rookie bullpen guy. And we'll see. They got for one of their other relievers. I mean, they got some pretty good talent for the relievers they gave up.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I'd say this, but I think the Cubs' outlook is better than Brewers right now.
for the next 5 years, yeah, it's looking that way. I mean, the Brewers are still
The
got a lot
Brewers-
of talent.
They're not gonna be able to pay those guys next year. I think their contracts are up
One
next
more year.
Yeah, so they're stuck. I mean,
Next year's their year because Woodruff and Burns, I think Peralta. I mean, those guys are all there. I don't know if they extended them all.
if they're serious, they need to add a bat in the offseason.
At least one.
Maybe Abreu.
That would be great. Well, Rowdy Tellez had a really good year.
I'd
Actually,
rather have Abreu, I think.
I would too, but
Let's get
or have them both.
Yeah, Tellez can DH, but Abreu plays first or vice
Yeah.
versa. That's fine. But yeah, he's probably going to be a fairly decent, not a crazy price for baseball terms.
Yeah, for Brewers fans, I mean, they got to be going. Just get us some freaking guys. It's kind of like with Packers fans going, run the fucking ball.
Well, when we
They need some they need some guys that can hit.
I mean, it's funny. We talked to Sparky a few weeks ago. He made it. The great point was he asking people who would you keep, and the only person you think of was Adames.
I said that's what I said.
I mean,
he
yeah.
said Adames and
Renfroe was a big one, but there's a million Renfroes out there you can sign.
Yeah,
I like Renfroe.
I do too.
But there's a million guys out there you can sign like Renfroe.
But Adames is the only, in which is amazing. They gave up shit to get him.
Yeah.
I forget who they gave up. It was like it was a reliever again.
And a bag of balls.
Yep. And he's another Tampa Bay stud player.
Yep. Yeah.
Great move. I mean, the Brewers have made some great trades. I mean, they get Yelich and Adames. I mean, you can go right down the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hader.
Yeah.
I mean, they picked up all those guys for nothing.
Hader came from
Houston.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, because they didn't need him.
Yeah.
We got so many World Series. He was banging on the garbage can.
And I do like Hader's pitched pretty good so far in his postseason.
Yeah.
He's had 2 nice saves in that.
His was all mental. And it was because his wife was going through labor. He had a whole bunch of stuff happen at one time.
And they got him in a good position. Now he's back in that mindset.
Yeah.
It looks like he's right back where he should be, and he's going to help them maybe win a World Series. You never know. It could happen. So
yeah, he's nasty when he's, and they said something about the way his arm angle changed just slightly, and he was tipping because the way he throws, he's so off balance and coming across his body, but he was tipping his pitches essentially because you could see it a little easier.
Right.
There's just that little fine line, and
if you know what to look for, it's easy to see,
Yeah, well, it is a batter, you just naturally can see it when you couldn't see it before.
Right.
Kind of like the Nomo where he used to hide the ball behind him.
Yep.
If he didn't hide the ball behind him, it's a lot easier
Louis
to hit him.
Tiant.
Yeah. Fernando, all those
yeah.
guys, man. But if they just change it up a little bit where you see the ball for a longer period of time, a lot easier to hit them.
you look marvelous.
Not that
Fernando.
Fernando.
Oh, wrong Fernando. Was that his name?
Billy
Fernando?
Crystal.
Was that Fernando?
Yeah.
Was that his name? So back to the NFL real quick to finish this up. Niners, Falcons, 28-14, kind of an upset thing going on there. 3-3, both teams are. Garoppolo, 296, 2 touchdowns. Brandon Ayuk, 8 catches, 83 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Mariota, 129, 2 touchdowns. And that's about the stats from that game. That's about it. But the big win for the Falcons at home, they're a team that nobody expected to do anything, and they're 3-3 now, kind of hanging out, being that team that's going to be a pest to people all year, I think. I don't think they're going to go away. And Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, finally he's on the board.
Touchdown of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, I sat him this week. And you see Mariota, 1 incompletion.
Is that how they scored tonight?
Yeah.
Schwarber homer tonight.
Of course.
How far was it?
488 feet.
Landed on top of the scoreboard. It's still up there like the Wrigley.
The longest home run in Petco Park during the StatCast era.
God, I wish we said that when that's the only guy I would have.
The only guy that upset me.
Only guy I fought for. I would have fought for was him. Honestly, I think that he's just young enough, and you saw the DH coming.
Yeah,
it was on the horizon. You can't. One more year had to just have him play the outfield for 1 year.
And would he hit 41, 42 this
year? He had led the NL.
Yeah, and he's still hitting them.
Well, and then the other thing was they said the only longest home run in postseason was Wilson Contreras off of Alex Wood, 491 feet.
Didn't he? He hit pretty well in the first series, right?
Yeah.
So his only 2 times he's been in the playoffs like 4 times now or 3 times, and every time he's in, he's hit the ball pretty well.
Oh yeah.
He's another guy.
He loves the spotlight.
Does your analytics tell you that and say, hey, we make the playoffs? This guy's going to help us.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be a guy we want to have around because he can.
Well, maybe the Cubs knew they weren't going to ever be in the playoffs.
But eventually you want to be back, and he's young enough where he could have been there with you,
and he could have played first base.
Yeah, it bugs me that he's not here. But
yeah,
you know what? I hope they win. I like Castellanos too. He's with that team too, correct?
I do too.
I'm happy. I thought Castellanos.
Man, he had a great Cubs career for 1 year or
professional
whatever.
hitter, like half a year. He's
He was a
doubles
monster.
machine, just on second base all the time.
Like 52 doubles or something.
Yeah. What else we got? Buccaneers, Steelers, another surprise. 2018. Buccaneers have a tough day at the office. Tom Brady, 243, 1 touchdown. Fournette, 63 yards rushing. Godwin, 6 for 95. Claypool, best game of the year, 7 for 96, 1 touchdown. Najee Harris, 42 yards, and he caught a touchdown in that game. And Trubisky in relief, 1 to 44 and a touchdown. Rumor has it Trubisky was benched because he got in an argument with Deontay Johnson at halftime of a game. And it was because because Johnson wasn't getting the ball enough, and I guess Trubisky they got into it, and it looks like the coach took the receiver side and benched the quarterback.
Okay, that's fair enough. He's a guy. I mean, I'm going to take.
Didn't they have to bring him back out anyways?
They did in this game,
Yeah,
and he won the game for him.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to take Tomlin's word for it. I mean, he's been there. The only thing he screwed up on was the Black Lives Matter thing, the kneeling.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's been pretty on.
And now he says you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
He told his team we're not doing that no more.
But
so.
yeah, but other than that, I mean, he's been pretty. I mean, pretty respectful guy.
So I don't know what happened in there. I don't understand what happened. I mean, I guess he got Pickett in there, and he got hurt. So Pickett wasn't. They were actually winning when he got hurt. I believe they were up. So it wasn't like it was a comeback. They just, but Trubisky had a good second half.
He threw 18 passes for 67 yards, Pickett.
Yeah.
And then Trubisky come in and threw 12 for 144. So he was letting the ball, he was airing it out a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's that controversy there with Tom Brady
on the sidelines, yelling at his teammates.
Well, that and Friday night.
Oh, he went to the wedding.
He went to
Belichick,
the massage guy.
Kraft's wedding.
Kraft's wedding.
Bob Kraft.
And he missed a walkthrough, they said, which I don't know. Although Big Ben has a thing on article today, Big Ben said it didn't seem like Tom Brady wanted to be there. Here's the thing with Tom Brady, and the team isn't that bad, so I don't know. But the thing about this is that we have to learn something about Tom Brady, and the big picture is don't poke the bear. If he's losing, just don't say anything because might keep losing. But every year, game 2 a couple years ago against the Chiefs, they got just demolished. Oh, he's done. You get rid of him, blah, blah, blah. And they went on to win. We talked about this. Went on to win 10 in a row, won the Super Bowl that year. So I'm not. I still think the biggest problem with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the coaching. I think Bruce Arians needs to be that coach of that team if they want to win.
Because you know why? Because he's not putting up with shit.
No.
Bench warmers, hot seat.
Todd Bowles. It would be. Bruce Arians is a very good guy. He's told people this has been known. If someone has something to do, your kid's got something going on or something, go ahead, go take care of that. You got to go watch your kid play. You're not missing it. You can't. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. So it wasn't like Bruce Arians was making them do 2-a-days and run Oklahoma drills all day. He's not that, but there's a different coaching mentality and a different attitude. And Todd Bowles is the same Todd Bowles from the Jets now coaching at the Buccaneers. And this team's too good, and they have a few injuries, but this team's too good to just not coach correctly and not.
So is Todd Bowles going the Nathaniel Hackett thing where he's pretty much a coordinator?
Yeah. Well,
the Dave Wanestedt. I mean, there's hundreds of them.
I mean, Todd Bowles, coached a good defense, and we haven't seen him coach good. I mean, maybe at the end of the year I'll be eating crow and he'll be in the Super Bowl, but I don't think right now they're a Super Bowl team just because it's the players play, but I just think that there's an attitude about this team is not the same as it was when they had Bruce Arians, and also. People forget they just dipped out on Dominic Sue and they went to Akeem Hicks, and Akeem Hicks is hurt now.
Right.
Sue is an attitude guy too that feeds you a little bit too. Even a year older, you could have kept him in your system. You know what you get from him in the system, and he worked out. I mean, and Hicks is hurt.
He's a psychopath, but sometimes you need that guy.
He's a free agent out there right now. I don't know why. And I'm going to throw him on their team. The Lions should grab him, put him on their line, bring him back.
Heck yeah.
Put him on, see if he'll take some cheap, throw him on the line.
You think Dan Campbell would put up with a crazy person like that?
Dan Campbell, they probably headbutt.
We're going out to dinner tonight. Nadamna Khan.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring him back for the Packers just so he can step on somebody.
Was it Rodgers? He did it too?
It was Rodgers.
Yeah, it was hand, right?
Yeah, something.
Or foot. It was foot. It was his foot.
Yeah.
So that was another 2-4 that Steelers moved to, and the Buccaneers dropped 3-3. Cardinals lose again, 19-9, 2-4. Seahawks 3-3. Kyler Murray 222. Geno Smith 197. No quarterback passes, touchdowns. A nice debut by Kenneth Walker III in relief of Rashad Penny's off of the year. 97 yards and a touchdown. Noah Fant 6 catches, 45 yards. Zach Ertz 7 for 70. And Kyler Murray led the team in rushing. 10 rushes for 100 yards.
So now Seattle's Carson retired, right? Or is he just out for the year? Chris Carson, their running back.
He retired.
He retired. He actually was pretty good.
Yeah. So it's Walker.
And then Penny, who they drafted like 3 years ago to be the heir apparent and couldn't take over from Carson.
Tore his
and now
knee
he's,
up, I think.
So now it's down to Walker.
Yeah, Walker looked very good. And their backup to him is, I can't remember. He's a guy we know. I saw it because he got some carries the other day when I was watching the game. So yeah. So they're okay running back.
DJ Dallas.
Yeah. DJ Dallas. Yep.
I love his name.
Jenny told me a joke tonight, but I think he told it before. What's a DJ's favorite? What's the DJ's favorite sauce? Marinara. Jane told me that joke. I thought you told that as a dad joke before. You might
It
have.
was different though. It was something.
Well, I told her the sauce made from scratch. I told her.
Oh,
See, but it wasn't. It was marinara. That's how she said it too.
I like
she?
that.
Mm.
Sounds good.
So, Panthers, Rams. Rams get a win 24-10 on a depleted. PJ Walker gets hurt in the game, and then they had to bring in their fourth string quarterback. It would be right. No, PJ Walker, their third string quarterback. Stafford 253, 1 touchdown. Henderson 43 yards and a touchdown. Starting in the Cam Akers, which we don't know what's going on. And Cooper Kupp 7 for 80. And McCaffrey got involved in their offense again this week. 7 catches for 89 yards and 13 rushes for 69. So McCaffrey's involved again. I don't know if that was a plan, which was a good plan. I like that because I got him in a fantasy league, so I love that plan. So yeah. And then Bills Chiefs game of the week. Bills moved to 5-1, Chiefs 4-2, 24-20 at Arrowhead at GEHA. That's how they say it too. GEHA Field. It's not the
Is that how
name.
you do it?
That's how they always say it's Geha, but it looks like it's GEHA Field. It must be initial.
Oh, is that like that? What's that bank? BMO Harris. BMO.
Yeah.
Harris, yeah.
BMO Harris.
But they do this. I like what they did. They did the name is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. So they did like the Broncos did.
Huh.
So if they ever like Soldier Field ever does, that's what they'll do. Portillo's Field at Soldier Field. And and
Portillo's Field.
show's over. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's make a run for the border.
Yeah. So Jared Allen 329, 3 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes 338, 2 touchdowns.
They suck.
Singletary 85 yards rushing. Allaire 33 yards. Diggs 10 for 148 and a touchdown. And Juju Smith-Schuster for Ed.
Yeah, I sat on my. No, I think I played him.
5 for 113 and a touchdown. Chiefs move to 4-2, and the Bills are your AFC right now home field advantage. If we kind of get in the talk already,
Right.
they're home field advantage up by a game and a half now on the Chiefs. So
Allen is the first starting quarterback to beat Patrick Mahomes twice at Arrowhead Stadium.
ooh,
That's a pretty good stat.
Not
Yeah.
when it counted though.
True.
But yeah, good stat.
I mean, the Bills struggle against Kansas City at times. So does everybody, though.
It's hard not to like Josh Allen.
It is.
He's got that aw shucks look to him all the time, and he just plays football. And I mean,
He's going to be getting a new stadium next year.
and Mahomes too. I'm Mahomes too. It's kind of guy you look at. It's hard to not like him. They don't act. I mean, they're NFL quarterbacks, but you don't really get the feeling of, especially from Allen. You don't get a feeling of arrogance from him yet. Maybe it'll happen eventually, but he just goes out there and plays. It's weird.
Mahomes is a kind of weird guy, but he's so I love watching him. He's like, he just loves being out there.
He's like watching a good basketball player handle a basketball and just kind of he just moves
That's
with
good.
the game.
Yeah, and nothing's too fast for him.
No,
he sees everything moving around. Now, again, I've asked this before. How did every scout not go, this guy's fucking ridiculous?
Well, I mean, that's just happening.
I mean, it does.
And the Chiefs traded up for him, so I mean,
But I mean, they saw it. But how did the 7 teams in front of them not see it?
Well, going back to Josh Allen, this guy's learned a lot of humility because in his college career, nobody wanted him.
yeah, he had to
Nobody wanted him. And the only team that took a chance on him was Wyoming.
And Carthage. He turned Carthage.
Yeah, he did turn Carthage down.
But he was the 7th pick in the draft. And Mahomes was a 10th draft pick. So
Yeah, I mean, these guys had guys drafted ahead of them.
I mean, it's amazing. If just say that Wyoming never had given him a
it's
chance.
the same.
He was
With,
still playing at a junior college somewhere.
it's the same with a guy like Rodgers. I mean, you think about all the
Rodgers.
You think about
too.
all the best quarterbacks in football in our lifetime. And in the last 25 years, I bet none were drafted. I bet not none.
Peyton Manning.
I bet maybe 3 or 4 were drafted in the top 5.
Right.
So Peyton Manning was.
I'm talking
Drew
great.
Brees. He was, I think, the second, wasn't he?
He was at Purdue.
He was the first pick of the 2nd round.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because
So I'm
Latavius
thinking-
Thomason was drafted the same draft by
So-
the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Phil Rivers. I'm thinking the Phil Rivers and
Rivers and Eli, but I
Eli.
wouldn't count
But those two aren't. I wouldn't.
them.
include.
They were good quarterbacks. I think Phil Rivers is a very good quarterback, but I'm not putting him in
So
that.
yeah, you're saying your top goal. Obviously,
about-
Brady's not in there.
No Brady, no Rodgers, no Favre, no
Favre, yeah, I know you.
no.
He was a second rounder
I
too.
mean, yeah. I mean, you think
Trying to
about
think.
Steve Young. Steve Young was.
He came from another league.
Yeah, Brigham Young, and then he was at UC. How about Joe Montana? Was he a high pick?
He was at Notre Dame. I think.
I mean, I'm going.
We've talked about this.
I think he went second round.
Let's go 90s
Luck.
on. Luck was the number 1 pick. Troy Aikman was the number 1 pick, or number 2 or 3.
Cam Newton.
But I wouldn't count.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
No, but I'm just saying.
I don't like Aikman's game, but we were talking about Aikman playing almost a different era. So people.
Yeah, I would say
he shouldn't be there, but he should because he played well for his era.
Since like the Favre.
I wouldn't count Troy Aikman.
But let's say from like the Favre era,
Let's
guys
just
that
talk
actually. There's only been the
yeah.
Indianapolis hit twice.
Guys aren't drafted high. Yeah, Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
And then
think
Andrew Luck just quits.
Yeah, but he was good still.
I think he was beat up, but I get it. Good for him. If you can do that.
I mean, you start thinking of these guys that were stars. I mean, like McNabb or I mean, you go right down the line. I mean, there's tons of them. None of it was Warren Moon taken high.
Warren Moon.
He came from the Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just trying to think again. Even going back to like Elway, was Elway
Roethlisberger wasn't a top 3, 4
No.
pick.
Elway was
Number
he
one.
was number one.
Yeah.
So that's
But he
another
was
one.
number 1 twice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was number 1 twice. He didn't play. He came back. He got drafted by the Colts.
Colts, yeah.
And then got redrafted by the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm trying to think.
Even like a guy like, well, I'm not putting him up there, but guys like Culpepper, like that. Even though even the great couple of years he had, he wasn't drafted that high. I mean, he was drafted in the first, but I think he was like not top 3, top 4.
Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah,
that were actually taken that high. Yeah,
I mean, and I bet only 50% of the, and now you go half of them were taken in the first round.
Yeah,
so it's
a bunch of second round guys.
Crazy. Yeah.
I mean, you even look now some of the guys. So you look at Rodgers taken at the end of the first round. You know, way back in the first round. Jalen Hurts was going to be my second one.
Tua was a first rounder though. Dak was a fourth rounder, a third.
Yeah. What was Stafford was taken high.
Stafford was number 1.
Yep.
So yeah, there's one. I didn't even think of him.
And he'll never get a fair shake because they'll always say
Kyler was.
He wasn't good. He was in Detroit. But he got on a good team.
Kyler was taken number 1 also, wasn't he? But
Kyler was 1.
I wouldn't put him up there with those guys for sure.
Yeah, not right now.
I mean, Brady was taken in the 6th round or whatever it was.
I mean,
even
like
guys
Russell
like
Wilson. And I mean, yeah, he's playing great now, but he
was a 3rd rounder.
That was a conversation we were having today. I don't know if you heard that. They were talking about comparing Russell Wilson and Stafford the Hall of Fame thing, and they were right for sure.
It's funny, we were talking about the same thing in the car without knowing that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that Russell Wilson is because it just is his.
I'd say he's close.
I don't think they're as far apart as people think. I think the guys in the radio, the one guy on the radio does not like Stafford at all, so he pretty much said no. I think Stafford's a Hall of Famer. People will say no. I think he is. I mean, this is a number. Okay, I understand it's different, but Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl, but he's in the Hall of Fame. He should.
Right.
So I mean, this guy won a Super Bowl and has huge numbers. I mean, I know it's not his fault who he played for.
Yeah,
and he probably has less picks than Brett Favre. Well, in his career.
So is everybody.
But I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, you're right. So he hasn't played as long yet, so maybe it'll catch up. I don't know. But,
at the rate he's going, he might catch him this
year. You know what I'm
year.
saying? Though everybody's like, oh, he throws picks. Well, Brett Favre threw a ton of picks too.
Geez, a ton.
And really, his success was built on just being on a better team.
Yeah.
And he was good though. I like Brett Favre. He's when he's not stealing welfare money, but zing. But I mean, but if you had I still think people are gonna say no, he's not. Blah blah. I don't know. It's tough for me not to put a guy that all I know is this: our teams had to face him all the time. Okay, and whenever he faced Matthew Stafford, and I know people say with the games, we knew he was gonna do that. No, when you faced Matthew Stafford, you were going, oh crap, this guy gonna throw over 303 touchdowns like that anytime.
Yep,
and you can lose the game no matter how bad they are. He can beat you because of him.
Right.
And that's why I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Especially when he had Megatron there.
And they went and upset the Packers a couple times. They went and upset the decent Bear teams. They should have beat the Bears that one year on that bad call.
For the
the Calvin Johnson play.
Yeah.
And the Bears, I think, made the playoffs that year. So they were you had to worry about it. If they didn't have Stafford, they wouldn't have won. They would have been 0-16 many years.
Just think of one of those 7 wide receiver picks that would have.
And he was drafted with that instead of drafting linemen for him,
right,
or great running backs to go with those linemen. They hit on you better hit on one,
right?
I mean,
Yeah, they hit on one of the
Which,
best.
yeah, he's one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
I would put him up there with that. Calvin
agree.
Johnson, and he was a
He's
good,
like a Randy Moss
he was a
type
good guy.
Couldn't stop
Yeah.
him.
he just went and played football. You never heard a word from him after games. He went home. You never heard anything about him. But you on Sundays, another guy. Damn, you gotta face Calvin Johnson and Stafford today.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how bad they are.
Right.
You better score points. They're gonna score points.
You know what's
today.
amazing is they had the other guy too, Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Guy just kept his mouth shut and destroyed every team he played against, essentially.
And the
And
reason
then just goes, I'm done.
and the reason I love Stafford too, he's not afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's a Brett Favre thing.
He's always
again.
chasing, man. It is what it is. You have no choice. But I don't know. He may. Jeff Shankowski says, happy opening night of the NBA, fellas.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, how's it going? So yeah, that's enough of, I just came to my head when I heard it on the radio today.
No,
They were
no,
talking
no,
about it.
yeah,
It was a good
There was a guy
conversation.
that was kind of
Yeah.
beating him
You
up
know,
pretty much.
it's funny you said that. We were driving in the truck from Lake Geneva back home tonight, and one of the guys brought up, goes, man, do you think Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer? I was like, well, we just had this conversation with Stafford, and the same thing. He won a Super Bowl, so it probably puts him over the top, And we went, and you guys just said it was on some other big show. It's funny. We were just talking about this.
Yeah. So yeah, he is. Yeah, I don't know. I think they both are. I mean, they let a lot. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
It's
in the next
close. I
10
mean, they're
years.
both like right on the line. I'd
Yeah,
say.
maybe not. Maybe first ballot, maybe not. That's going to be tough for it, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
So the Eagles moved to 6-0 with a 26-17 win over the Cowboys. Cooper Rush started out, struggled a little bit through 2 early picks.
Go
the
Birds.
Yep, the Rush, Cooper Rush, 181, 1 touchdown. Elliott, 81 and 1 touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 5 for 68. Jalen Hurts, 155 and 2 touchdowns. Sanders, 71 and a touchdown. And A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. So the Eagles are 6-0 going into their bye week, and they looked pretty good that night. I mean, they had a little lull there where the Cowboys kind of get back in a little bit, but they took control and won the game. So I think the Eagles are going to be they're going to be there all
They're
year.
legit.
I think as long as they stay healthy, and you say it with everybody, but if you got to pick right now, I think them not being the number 1 seed might be the thing this year, which would be.
And they can run the ball.
Yeah, and I think the way they're built, they're one team in the NFC that can give a run to an AFC team. If you're playing the Chiefs because their defense is really, really good.
yeah,
They're solid, they get after you, and they got a good back end to them and everything. And then the Bills too. But yeah, so Eagles, Cowboys. Last Thursday night, the Bears took on the Commanders in a 12-7 slugfest. Carson Wentz 99 yards passing. Brian Robinson his return as she started the game. Nice game, 60 yards and a touchdown. McLaurin 341. Fields 190 and a touchdown, and also 88 yards rushing in that game. And Pettis 4 catches, 84 yards and a touchdown. The Bears need to passing the ball better. I like what I saw. They got a lot of, I don't know, still a lot of negative stuff from them. I get it. I mean, the whole game they dissect Justin Fields, what he was doing wrong. As
I was bad mouthing him, at the beginning. You remember I texted you,
Mhm.
but I'll tell you what. Late in the second quarter, he started picking it up. He looked like all of a sudden, like something clicked.
well, I didn't understand the whole broadcast was basically a broadcast on, and I'm fine with it because they aren't very good. But if you're gonna sit there and crap on the Bears and they're 128 yards rushing and only 85 yards passing at halftime, the Commanders had 44 and 44 at halftime.
Yeah,
spread it where it's needed.
Bears ran for 238 yards again.
And
That's the second.
Yeah.
We were at a game where they ran for over 200.
And then the problem with the Bears, they just the red zone killed them. That
Can't
night.
finish.
The red zone killed him, and he
Wow.
missed. He didn't miss
He
the tight end.
missed that
missed
bad.
tight
That was
end.
horrible.
Yep, and but the thing is that they have to. And then I heard someone blame the tight end for that, like a
No, it
national,
was-
like a TV guy said, "Oh, the tight end ran too flat of a route, huh?" All you do is throw up in the air, he catches it.
75% of high school quarterbacks would have
Yeah.
made that play.
But I mean, and I'm fine with it. Right now, I think it's fine. You can see he is getting the crap beat out of him though.
Oh,
Right now, and it's
yeah. Is
not
he going to
good.
make it through a year?
Yeah, I mean, there was, and the typical NFL with their calls. Of course, he gets hit low below the knees in that game, gets smoked. I thought he blew his ACL.
Yeah.
No call. No call.
Which was crazy.
And it was right. You saw it. Remember?
Yeah,
You-
I did.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm like, oh, that's a penalty. Cool. And it ended up being they got a first down on a holding on a defensive holding. But I'm like, where's the? He got hit. I'm fine letting quarterbacks get hit. That's part of the game.
But it's got to be equal.
Yeah, if you're gonna call if you're gonna call below the knees, that's your rule, and it's easy to see. It wasn't like the guy got pushed or anything. He lost his balance kind of him, but still, that's not part of the rule. If you lose, so
And they still could have won that
and,
game.
yeah, they had a chance. They
Other than Velvet Jones,
yeah, Velus Jones
he looks lost out there.
struggling. I mean, he's gonna and they replace him. We'll see. They cut a receiver today. The Bears, one that struggled, the kid that fumbled the ball in Minnesota, and he had a bad play in the
What was his name?
Commanders game. McLaurin, he had a 2 double last name. He got cut today.
Smith Marset.
He was cut today.
Yep.
Which, like, wherever I was reading today, people are like, "Good, let's hope you're responsible." That's what it's about, and that's true. You get rid of these guys that aren't going to work.
You don't
can't just keep them around.
Pettis has done well this year. We saw him get a huge touchdown.
He's had a lot of drops.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah, and I think Velus Jones, if this team is like that, I know they drafted him.
Running more out of the backfield.
No, I think he's in danger of getting sent to the practice squad for a while. I really
Really?
do. Oh yeah, they're not using him in the offense at all. So something must be wrong. There must be a disconnect because if you can't use him in the offense and he can't return punts for you, don't trust him anymore.
Can't you?
He's racing a roster spot.
Yeah, but can't you put him in like Tariq Cohen, kind of run him out of the backfield, flipping him the ball?
He
like
did
that?
score a touchdown on that, like one of the little shuffle pass. He scored.
Yeah.
So, but use him more. Put him on the field and run him through. I don't know. We'll see. It's early. You know what? Everybody's learning.
It's kind of like the Packers with Christian Watson
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I don't know. These guys seem overwhelmed when they get out there.
Well, we'll see. But the Bears lose 12-7, drop to 2-4, and the Commanders go to 2-4. And Carson Wentz is out for 4 to 6 weeks. So you will see Taylor Heineke. And
Oh shit!
real quick here, do you think Carson Wentz sees the field again? I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna win. I haven't seen their schedule. I have to look at schedule, but I think they're gonna win.
You're going to have a little Cooper Rush.
They're gonna go at
moment.
least 500 in this stretch without him.
Yeah.
Well, they got to play who with the Packers this week.
Packers
right?
this week.
That should be a tough game. Packers got to win that game. They've
Well,
looked
they had to
bad.
win last week.
I know, but they've looked bad. I mean, they've looked really bad the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know if they don't come back, if they don't come out and run the ball,
Another team that can run the ball coming into town.
I know that
And Heineke, he's
always good.
Probably a better quarterback than Wentz,
I-
maybe a little bit,
So
or not better, but he's not a bad backup. Let's put it that way.
He's
Okay.
interesting to watch. I'll
Yeah,
tell you that.
we'll see. You know, I'm not going to put him ahead of Wentz because Wentz can play because last week maybe his passing was because he broke his thumb. That could be part of it. He played the whole game.
I don't know. Rivera threw him out though.
Yeah, hung out the drive.
Hung him out to dry.
Yeah.
That's what the term is.
overreaction Tuesday. Packers are in danger of not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
You got Buffalo on the schedule. I
Yeah.
mean,
it's typical. I mean,
You-
if
you
you
still-
if you're 3-3,
they must still have Miami. They play Miami yet?
No.
They still got to play Miami,
yeah,
and that's late in the year at home. That's got plus for them.
Right.
So they played the Patriots. They played the Jets. So they're 1-1.
they played the Bucks.
They played Tampa Bay, but the division.
This was the easy stretch though, and they've lost 2 of them.
the NFC plays the Bears. I was talking about that today. The Bears. I'm trying to think who they play. Houston was the Bears' like 17th game, the odd game. But I'm trying to think the division they play. The Eagles. They got to play the Eagles still.
Yeah.
The Packers. They still got to play the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They still got to play the Redskins, which is this week.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the
I
Giants,
would
and they lost to the Giants.
if they lose
right?
this week, they got to really start panicking.
So they've got to play the best division of football still. You'd argue
Right.
2
right.
more games.
2 more games out of 3. Yeah, because Washington is the layup game. They would say, and then they got to play Buffalo and Miami. If they got to go to Miami, and Miami's that team you don't know you're gonna get each week now because like, are they gonna be good? Are they gonna be bad?
Well,
When
I
Tua
mean,
comes back, he's gonna be good.
Do you think it's an overreaction or no?
I don't think so.
I don't either. They got to win this game. I mean, they have to. Because you go to 3-4 now, that's a struggle now.
Right.
and
Coming back.
they got to play Detroit in Detroit. I think
Yeah,
that's gonna be a
yeah.
tough game for them, and I think Minnesota's gonna be in Green Bay, which should be the split game for them. But this division could be a 9-win division right now, 10. I mean, I'm not gonna discount Minnesota. I know their schedule and all that, but Minnesota's 5-1. Everybody says who they play, but some teams aren't beating those teams that they.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're 5-1. That's a huge advantage being 5-1.
Packers could easily be 1-5.
Yeah.
So I mean, they haven't played that well.
Well, I don't know about that. I think they probably should be more 5-2 or something like that, or whatever, than 1-5 or whatever. But whatever. So the Packers actually will get to that game. Packers lose. Where'd it go?
I don't even know.
27-10. Block punt in that game. Zach Wilson 110 passing. That's it. Rodgers 264 and a touchdown. AJ Dillon 10 carries 41 yards in the game.
Mhm.
I had Tanya and 10 catches, 90 yards. I'm going to tell you right now, looking at this, and I know Ed agrees. And Brees Hall, 116 and a touchdown.
Yeah, Brees Hall's good though.
Running the ball. They're running the ball. You know, I got Brian Robinson coming this week. I mean, another guy can run the ball. Next week, they got to face Josh Allen. I mean, which that's going to be that'll be the game the Packers win, though. They always do stuff like this. They'll beat the Bills.
So I've got another overreaction on this game. The New York Jets have both the offensive rookie and defensive rookie of the year on their team.
Sauce Gardner would be the defensive rookie possible.
Yeah.
Offensive rookie of the year.
Brees.
That's a good chance. I mean, Brian Robinson could sneak up and get it if he
Damian Pierce.
Oh, Pierce would be
yeah.
in the conversation. That's a good call. But yeah, that's a very good possibility. Very good possibility. Sauce Gardner is
Yeah,
He's
he
solid.
looks legit.
he's solid. What the Chiefs said after the game. Did you see that?
Yes.
He ran off the field with Chiefs head. Was
Did he?
wearing a Chiefs head, and then Lazard,
Oh, you can't troll him.
Lazard knocked it off his head. I was
Well,
like,
best hands Lazard had all day.
yeah. But we were talking about this. So how do Tiny gets 10 catches in the game? That means he got 10 touches in the game. As many touches as AJ Dillon, and I think more
Well, he had a couple catches too.
than Aaron Jones, though. It'd be
Yeah.
close. So I mean, we talked about this. The philosophy change has to be they need to run the ball more in Green Bay. They have to. They're not built
Run
to
it
pass.
or just throw it to the backs.
They're not built to pass like they
So
are.
was that what Rodgers meant when he said, "Hey, we have to simplify the game"? And LaFleur was going.
All I
could be.
know is I watched him a couple weeks ago, and all I know is this: the guys on TV said when they talk to Rodgers, he has 2 plays at the line. He can decide what he wants to do.
Right.
Well, we're
And when LaFleur answered today and said,
yeah,
"I don't know what he
Those
means," that
times.
was a nice way of saying he's calling if he really is, he's the one doing it. I mean,
Right.
I give him an option. He does what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Maybe he sees this coverage and he's overthinking it. Maybe, sometimes it's okay to try to send AJ Dillon against 8-man front, see what happens, because you know what? He probably get 4 or 5 yards for against 8-man
Well,
front. He's a big dude.
and if he makes it through, as he's gone, because he's just going to rumble through. But
I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. Obviously, we're not in the room. We don't know what's going on. We have no idea.
But the last 2 weeks, they've run 19 times and 19 times. And you start looking at all the other teams are running 33, 34 times pretty consistently. They've got maybe the two of the top. I mean, they're probably a top 3 or 4 team with running backs, and they're not running the ball.
But they got incentives for these running backs. They don't want to pay. They get too many carries.
I
or
think
touches.
I think a lot of it's Rodgers is his ego. He wants to be the guy, and I mean, or he's overthinking stuff. Who knows with him? You can get his ayahuasca.
I don't know what's
It's
going
hard
on.
to say.
But if LaFleur is a part of the problem too, he's allowing it to happen.
If
'Cause
that's the problem,
he could tell him run the ball. We're running this play, run this play. All I want you to do when you go up to the line, your option is to change right or left side. If you see an overload or something like that, but we're running the ball.
He's in a tough situation too, because he's got Rodgers, who we've already went through this for how many years now,
Right.
where he's a knucklehead, but he's a good football player who's a knucklehead, and he's trying to make it balance, I think, and it's not working. They don't have any wide receivers to break the field open. You got to do something different, and Rodgers ain't changing, in my opinion. Everything's a freaking 40-yard pass down the field.
Keep chucking it. Right.
Yeah, that's what he does, and
Yeah.
it's not working.
Chuck it and run.
He's chucking it to nobody, though. I mean, there's
Right.
Lazard's the only guy that can get out there,
When you guys going to catch these balls? When are you going to catch them? Come on.
and now he's got another receiver down for a while. So it's like they gotta make some
Oh, yeah,
changes.
Cobb's out. Right.
Yeah, Cobby out. They don't know how long. I'm
He
sure
was
it's gonna
having
be,
a pretty decent year.
he'll probably head to the IR. I'm guessing that looked pretty bad. They thought he broke it at first, but
Yeah.
obviously it's that bad. It's probably
He
IR.
thought he
it's
broke
probably a
it.
6-week at least thing. I'm guessing, maybe not.
So everybody agrees they got to run the ball more, or get the backs the ball. Not even running it, just getting them balls in open screens, or their wide receivers can block, their tight ends can block. Throw the ball to the running back and let those guys block in front of them.
Friend of the show, Corey Tusser, every week runs run the rock.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't.
Even if you can't run it, throw it to those guys coming out of the do the wheel, the little wheel thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's got to be ways to get those guys the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
That's your best athletes on your team. That's your Devontae Adams now, is those two guys.
it's a weird situation right now. It's just they're not.
I wish Eric was here. He's a Packer guy.
Usually when you see,
Apologist, you said?
Yeah, he'd probably argue with us. He wouldn't want to hear it.
I just think that they look different than they have in the past years. They don't look like a team.
They don't
that-
look confident.
right now. They look like a team that can win 10 games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That years past, they could be 3-3. Be like, okay, they're gonna roll off 8-9 games, 8 games, 7 games,
Which they've done in
yeah.
every year almost.
But they don't look like the team like that. I said this last week. The biggest problem with them right now is their defense is not that good, and they were supposed to be the greatest. They were supposed to be the greatest thing since the Ravens of 2000. That's what we were told all offseason. They're gonna, and it's the same team,
Well, like you
the
said,
same guys, and they got
yeah.
actually healthier. They got
Right.
all these guys back, and the only guy on that defense that's playing anywhere to a level is probably Gary, and he was non-existent last week in that game. He had
Yeah,
a sack, but
one sack, yeah.
he was rated like the low. I saw this thing. He was like rated one of the lowest.
Mhm.
Which I don't know what the PFF thing means anyway, because I've seen guys have great games. They say, "Oh, you didn't have a very good game."
But I mean, their D-backs aren't doing good because they're trailing all the time.
Yeah. And that's the problem. They're built to play with a lead, that defense.
For sure they are.
And they've always have been. A lot of teams are built like that, but they don't stop the run again. They're back to that. Like last year, they stopped the run pretty good. They got better at it. And all of a sudden, they're back to not stopping the run.
Yeah, well, the problem is they're down 20 points and they're just pounding it out.
And their linebackers are
Yeah.
average.
Mediocre.
Yeah, average. They're not.
And they're young too.
Yeah.
That's the other problem.
this all could be a ploy too, because the last couple of years they were like the number 1 seed, number 2 seed,
We
whatever.
only need a 6 seed again,
And it
6 or
does-
7 seed.
So 6, 7 seed is what they want to come
Go on the
into,
road. Don't play in the cold of Lambeau.
right? There you go.
Or, the only time they went to a Super Bowl, they were the road team.
I don't think
Yes.
they're smart
Yeah.
enough to plan
But remember, the only time they won a Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers, they were road team they were the road team the whole season.
They are not planning on losing shit games to teams. just
Well,
so
yeah, if
get
they
the-
would have lost to the
Just
Bears, they
might
want to do
work out
that.
that I don't know if you saw Fields this week, he's going to give the Packers trouble here.
We'll see. I just hope and every week the last couple weeks I've seen a little.
He runs the ball. He runs the ball too much. He doesn't see his guys. He's not. I'll tell you what, with Fields, I noticed it in that game right away because I did watch that game. It's the only game I watched this week. He's not confident when he's got a receiver one-on-one and that receiver's taking the inside route.
Yeah.
He's got to put it out there for him.
Yeah, he's got to trust.
And he tucks it in. He tucks it in and tries to run it. And it's like, you got to throw him. Exactly. Throw it to his spot. And he's going to be there.
Or and the thing with him too, right now, he's in the thing most of the time when he runs, his eyes go down. They don't stay up.
Yeah.
To look down.
He already made up his decision.
That's the key. You got to keep your eyes upfield no matter what and run, because if you keep your eyes upfield, the defense has to at least, respect you, might still throw. Once you put your head down, these guys aren't dumb. Your eyes on the ground is looking to run. They're going to come get you. Linebackers are coming up and tackling you. They're not going to worry about you dumping it off to nobody.
Yeah.
Because they know. They watch film.
He's got to start hitting, like we were just saying, though. He's got to start hitting these guys when he's got the chance. It's going to open up more options to run.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're not going to be having 8 guys in the box on them.
Yeah.
Because they're not afraid. They're just putting one-on-one out there, and they know he's not going to try and throw it unless the guy's wide open. So he did look better in the second half.
Yeah, this week, tough one, New England. Well, let's talk about next week. Let's talk about our scores last week in the pool. Eric led with 8 wins. Jace and Willie were at 7. Ed and Glenn were at 6, and I was at 5. Willie took the lead overall at 43. I'm at 44. I'm at 43. We have Jace and Glenn at 44, Ed at 40, and Eric at 35. Let's talk about this week's picks, and then we'll move on to something else. So this week, first game on the docket, you have the Cardinals on Thursday night, -1.5 at home versus the Saints. Cardinals, Saints. Cardinals -1.5. What do you guys think?
Who's it? Arizona's. I still like the Saints in that game.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals.
Saints.
Are you sick?
It's called a runny nose.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
I am gonna take the Cardinals. I think I'm gonna get on the Kyler Murray train. Bengals -6 at home versus the Falcons. I'm gonna take the Bengals and give it the points.
Taking the Falcons just because they beat the 49ers like crap this week.
Well, I'm gonna take Cincinnati at home.
Bengals.
Ravens -6.5 against the Browns.
Browns.
Taking that Ravens team. They're in the same situation. They got to
Like you
start
said, maybe
putting it together.
Maybe they'll have like a weather shortened game.
Maybe they'll shorten the game 5 minutes.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm not big on taking lots of favorites like that, but I'm going to. Lions, Cowboys at Dallas -7. The Cowboys.
Good old Dak Prescott's back, supposedly.
Supposed to be. I'm gonna take the Lions minus a 7, and I'm gonna say the Lions win that game.
'Cause they got a week off.
Week
to
off.
figure
They
some
got
stuff
St.
out.
Brown's healthy again. He played the week before, but I don't think he was fully healthy.
Williams is coming back for his first game, I think, after the bye week here.
Oh, is he?
I
Yeah.
think so. Swift's going to be rested a little bit.
Good. Yeah.
So I like the Lions, but I like the Lions.
Detroit.
There you go. Commanders plus 5.5 at Lambeau. I'm a big fan of taking home teams with the points, so I'm taking that's a lot of points.
Yeah.
5.5. I think the Packers win, but I think it's gonna be a closer game than people think. I'm gonna take.
Good old Taylor Heineke for me.
God, that's way too many points at home to be beat. I'm still going to pick the Pats. They're going to break free one of these days.
Okay, Titans Colts at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. New stadium for the
Yeah.
Titans, maybe on the horizon.
Actually, yes, they approved it yesterday.
Yep.
Oh, the city of Nashville approved it. I know
Another group
that.
got to go through a city council or some weird council. They got
That's stupid.
So Titans minus 2.5 against the Colts visiting them. Ooh, that's a good one. You know what? The Colts are playing. Is John Taylor gonna be back this week?
I believe so.
If he's back, I'm taking the Colts. If he's not, I'm taking. But he's back, I'm taking the Colts.
I like the Colts.
The Derrick Henry. I think the Colts defense is just a little better than the Titans.
Yeah, and they're starting to play good.
Yeah, I think the Colts got figured out now.
I'm going Titans.
Giants minus 3. I'm sorry, Giants getting 3 at the Jaguars.
Oh, that's wild.
That's a tough one because of. Man,
I hate taking all these road teams right in a row here.
the Giants. They're getting 3 though. The Jaguars are up and down, but the Jaguars have been in all the games this year. I'm going to take the Jaguar.
I'm going Giants.
You know what? I'm going to go with Giants too.
Giants
Jaguars are
17.
favored?
Yep.
Yeah, minus 3.
I just noticed that. I thought it was +3. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did too when I thought it was.
I'm taking the Giants on that.
How's your fingers taste? Are they good?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Well, try
Giants.
some of these apples. They're delicious.
I don't like apples.
I like them apples. Anyway,
He eats fingers, but he won't eat his apples.
pass the apples again. Buccaneers giving 11
I'm a carnivore.
at Carolina. So Carolina plus 11 at home. No Baker Mayfield and maybe no PJ. The DJ might not be in either.
He's back problems, I think they're saying.
Who's the guy that came in?
Nope.
Oh, it was
I don't know.
no, it was
I was thinking Skylar Thompson, but that's Miami.
oh, who was it?
Look it up.
I'm
I
looking.
did. I knew it who it was. I can't think of it right now. Jeez. I'm taking Carolina. That's a lot of points. On the road, too, you know.
Quarterbacks. Oh, well, Sam Darnold's on the IR. Matt
No.
Corral's on the IR.
No.
PJ Walker's questionable and Baker Mayfield's questionable.
No,
There's
no.
somebody else.
There's
Well,
another
it's
guy.
not on their depth chart as of yet.
He came in the game.
Hold on.
He
I
played.
just looked at this
Look
before.
at the stats from that last game.
It's a guy we know who
Yeah.
too.
I keep on saying rip him, but he's in Denver.
Oh, Eason.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jacob Eason.
Oh, that's
I'm
weird.
going to take the Buccaneers. It's a lot of
No,
points, and I
never
hate that.
going to cover that.
I mean, I don't think Panthers are that good. I don't know.
I'll take the Panthers.
They got the greatest player in football.
They do. One of the greatest. Texans minus 7 at the Raiders. Ooh. Raiders coming off a bye. Texans coming off a bye too, I think, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Ooh.
Vegas. I've been taking Houston in a lot of games too.
I'm going to take Houston there, I believe. Yeah, Houston. I think the Texans, Vegas wins though. Chase?
Raiders.
Will it?
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Okay. Jets minus 1 at the Broncos. So the Broncos only 1 point favorite at home to the Jets. So
Well,
it's
it dropped too because it was like 2.5. Now it's dropped to 1 after that game last night. That was so embarrassing.
Damn, I don't know what I want to do.
I'm gonna go Broncos just because Russell's got to get it figured out. He's got all these weapons. Maybe they'll start handing the ball to Gordon.
Yeah. Willie?
Jets.
Jets. Jets.
I'm gonna go with Jets too. Chiefs at the Niners. Niners plus 3. This is one of those games, and one of those games always comes every year. And I know the Chiefs are kind of in one of those situations. They kind of have to win this game,
They do.
but that's why I'm taking the 49ers.
I was going to take the 49ers too.
Yeah, at home.
Tomahawk chop.
Yeah, the Niners haven't lost a couple games here too. With Garoppolo doesn't lose many games.
Mm-mm.
Super Bowl bound.
Who do you like, Willie?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Great Gooly Mooly.
We're the chefs.
Great. Seahawks Chargers. Chargers minus 6.5 against the Geno Smith led Hawks. Who do we like there?
I'm going Seattle.
I lost all my picks.
Charges.
Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Sea Chickens.
Oh, I forget what I lost my
Seahawks
picks.
minus.
I'm gonna go with Seahawks.
plus 6.5 at the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Okay.
Seahawks. That's a lot to cover.
Steelers on Sunday Night Football getting 7 from the Dolphins. Who do we like there?
Fins up.
Willie,
Hold
you're
on,
in.
hold on
I'm
a
gonna
second.
go with. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. The Trubisky-led Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm gonna go with the. I think Tua comes back. They right the ship. He doesn't bang his head on the ground one more time. We hope. And I'm gonna go with the Dolphins in this one. So yeah, I'll go with Dolphins giving the 7. That's a lot. Bears Patriots next Monday night. Patriots 7.5 point favorites at home.
I usually don't do this, but that's 7.5. I'm taking. I'm going Patriots. They're on fire.
Bear down.
Patriots. Bill Belichick led Patriots.
I'm gonna go with the Bears getting 7.5.
It's a lot of points.
Just because
I was gonna pick the Bears at first.
the over and under is only 39.5. Although Bill Belichick against rookie quarterbacks,
Yeah, and he's
although he's
Yeah.
not a rookie, but
And-
he kind of is a rookie.
and they've been on fire like the last 4
Or-
weeks.
First 2 year. I mean,
yeah,
he's
he was fits to rookies. So yeah, that's it for the picks for next week. So yeah, that's it. So you got anything else? NBA kicked off tonight. We'll talk more next week that we talked about.
Philly won.
What score was final?
I don't know. They won by like 15 or whatever.
Okay. Who do you real quick? We'll talk to the preview next week, but real quick on a table, who do you think's winning the championship? We'll do our preview next week. Who's
The
winning
NBA?
championship? Yep, NBA championship. Who's winning?
Who won last year?
Warriors.
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 I don't like
come out
that.
to play.
I'm gonna go Celtics.
Bucks.
Oh, they're too.
It's that chair.
I'm going.
I'm just gonna pick the
I'm
Bucks.
gonna go with the Warriors again.
I like the Boston pick, but I'm gonna go with the Warriors. I think they're gonna go back
You
to
know,
back.
Don't forget about Cleveland. Cleveland's projected
Ooh.
to be 2 in the East this year.
I think the Bulls will be up there if Lonzo Ball gets healthy.
They're
So
saying,
you're saying
they're
Jared?
saying Celtics, Cavs, Bucks right now for the top 3.
Ooh, the Cavs team's got a lot of talent.
Oh yeah. They got Donovan Mitchell now out of that squad. That's gonna be a good
They
team.
weren't bad last year.
We gotta see. We gotta see how they do together like that. A couple weeks into the year here. See.
you mesh?
Yeah, because they got Jared Allen.
Well,
They've got
they're going to be a team
Mobley.
that goes
They've
at the
got
deadline for someone. Just
Yeah.
wait. There'll be a deadline.
who's their
runner.
other guard?
Sexton.
Sexton.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Sexton to Utah. I just drafted him last night.
Oh,
got
yeah,
traded
they
in that
traded for
trade.
Mitchell.
He got in that trade. They got Darius Garland.
Oh, Darius
yeah.
Garland. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Allen's gonna have a huge year this year.
Hope he does. I
Jared
drafted
Garland.
him.
I wanted him in that league,
Thanks.
but yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Can't get to those guys sometimes.
So
I've
hope-
had
hope-
him a couple years
I
before.
hope you're right.
No, I like
Then
him.
we'll do another high five.
And where was he? He was at Brooklyn, wasn't he? Or was he at the
Yes,
Knicks?
Brooklyn.
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 They gave him away for nothing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're so much better than everybody.
So that's our NBA preview till next week. So let's move on to what do you guys? Willie, you had some things.
They got birthdays. They got a little film and TV.
69.
Okay, Eric.
Someone's got to do it. That'll be me
What
tonight.
do you want to do? Film and TV.
You want a 69 tonight? Eat the banana first. You weirdo.
Eat the banana first.
Well, good thing I'm 18 now.
Anyway, anywho.
I don't want to tell you my story about the 16-year-old girl.
Great.
Okay, film and TV. Let's do
All
it.
right, so this Walt Disney movie came out in 1967, and I'm going to give you the cast that was in it.
Mary Poppins.
So Sebastian Cabot,
Mhm.
you know who he is?
His name sounds familiar.
Sterling Holloway, Louis Prima, and I think this one's going to give
Sounds
it
like
away.
a gangster movie.
This one's going to give it away. Phil Harris.
No, that's not going to give it away.
Phil Harris. No.
It was an adaptation of a book
In 67, huh?
written by
Rudyard Kipling.
Yep.
And I can't think of what it is. It's not the Jungle Book, is it? Yeah.
Ah.
It took me a second.
And in 1975, this duo was reunited on Saturday Night Live.
What year?
1975. They sang a lot of songs together.
Oh,
Peaches and
Simon and Garfunkel.
You-
Peaches and Herb.
Yep.
Oh.
And then they had their big concert in Central Park, which
Right.
was one of the greats.
In 1998 or 1988, this TV comedy premiered on ABC.
What year? 88.
88.
8 times. Oh, never mind.
Better not be a Cliff Huxtable one.
There was one of the characters was in The Big Lebowski.
Oh, Roseanne.
Oh, nice. If you went Raising Arizona, you might have confused us.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to think of something here, but that's all I got for film and TV. So
That's a Debbie Downer.
Yeah, it was good. Short and sweet.
there wasn't a whole lot that went on this day. So
Yeah.
birthdays, I've got 20 of them. You guys want to see who's the best out of 20? Or
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
okay.
Jace isn't even listening.
So who gets the most right, though? We're doing
Yes.
right. Okay. We got to go around. Let's take turns. We'll
Yep.
go back.
There's going to be zero.
So it just mean you going back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jace is way
Mike
over.
Ditka.
Go ahead. You can go first, Ed.
77.
Dick. So let me think. 85. He would have been 38. So 85, 40.
Oh my God, time's got to be running out.
I'm sorry. Come on. I'm gonna say
Ding ding. Final guesses.
82.
Nope. Very close though. 83.
Oh, that was a good one.
Ah. Okay,
Uh,
I
you
can't.
should
I can't take that much time
Get
anymore.
a half,
Sorry, I
get a
apologize.
half point.
Yeah, I apologize. I can't take that much time anymore.
bonus. What year was he NFL Rookie of the Year?
1966,
Oh, I was going to say 67.
Year I was born.
61.
54? Oh,
Um,
Sorry.
One of my favorite ball players, Willie Horton, played for
my
the
God.
Tigers.
Yeah.
My turn to go for 74.
Oh, man, if he was, this is like in the 68 team he was
Yeah,
on.
he was on that. Yeah.
So that's 50 some years. He's got to be 83,
80.
80. Yeah.
Ooh.
Martina Navratilova.
You're up.
Oof.
Ed.
64.
I'm gonna say she's 81.
66.
Ooh.
She looks 81.
She wishes she looked 81.
Yeah, this is for you.
69.
There is no 69 in here
What's the point?
because
anyway?
the two people that turned 69, you guys are going to go, who?
Bruce Sutter
Oh, Brewster, he died when he
died.
was 69.
died at 69. It's not as funny.
Brittany Griner.
Oh, I just saw this. I know it. 32.
I was going to say 30.
Oh, I'm
32.
Is she?
I was
Yeah.
going to say 31 is what I was going to.
I just saw it.
Nice.
Today. It was her birthday. Someone was on the thing. Oh, it's her 32nd birthday. I'm like,
Good for her.
oh, send her a gift.
Send her a flag. She can enjoy it.
Lindsey Vaughn. You know who she is, Ed?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
you're
a
first.
state tiger.
I'm going to say 39.
I'm gonna say 37.
She went right. 38.
Ah,
Nobody's hit one yet.
I got one.
Oh, yeah, you did
Yeah,
get one.
30.
Tim Robbins.
That's me.
Yep.
Tim Robbins. He was in Bull Durham.
So he
right?
was a rookie in 1987.
Yeah, that's a good one. 87. It was probably
Yeah, it's probably right around there. So
87.
32,
30
35.
years. 30 would make it 17, 35. I'm going to say he is 65 years old.
67.
64.
Ah!
He was younger than I thought as a rookie.
Yeah.
28-year-old rookie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Michael McKean,
Oh, from Spinal Tap, right?
Spinal Tap, and from
Laverne
Laverne
and Shirley.
Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley. Which one was he? Lenny or Squiggy?
Lenny.
Lenny.
That's right, Lenny. Yeah.
Squig was the other dude. He died. The other dude died,
Yeah.
I believe. Recently, too, in last year, right?
Oh, Michael
think so.
McKeon's played hundreds of things.
Well, he was a Saturday Night Live guy, too. He was like one of those
Mhm.
extras once in a while. He was always on there, too.
Best in Show he was in and all those
Oh
too.
yeah, hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think it's you, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
73.
Michael, I'm going to guess 74.
75.
Man, we've been really
you guys
close.
are right around it.
I'm going to go right. Whatever you say, I'm going to go year around it. That's all I'm going to do.
Actor George Wendt.
He's
Ooh,
old.
Norm.
George Rent.
He from
Bears, the Bears.
from Bleacher Bums. Ah, jeez.
From a bar near you. So it's me.
Yep.
Norm, man, he was in the 80s. That's an 80s sitcom. He was probably, man, he had to be close to 40 then.
Yeah.
In the mid 80s, 40, 50 years. I'm gonna say he's not. He ain't that old. I'm gonna say he's 79.
73.
74.
You should have went one right.
I should have waited. And you go first from now on.
Your turn. Zach Efron.
No, that's first this time.
Oh, is he?
Zac Efron. That's that guy with the basketball that was 5'2". What
What
was that show he was in? The
High School Musical.
High School
musical.
Musical,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's always bouncing the basketball. Let's see. He was 14 when I used to look at him in his underwear on that show.
He was in that movie De Niro with that De Niro when he went across
Yeah,
country
yeah,
with him.
Bad Grandpa.
Bad Grandpa.
Or,
He's actually
Bad Grandpa. That was
yeah,
good. That was
that was
funny.
really
he's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, that was funny, that movie.
Oh, you know, I just watched him in. It was really good on Apple.
Huh?
Is the Beer Run?
Who's in that?
Zach Efron.
Oh,
Where
okay.
he takes beer. This is like in the 1960s.
Oh, I heard about that.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Sounds
on-
like
it's
a
on
Smokey
Apple.
and the Bandit type thing.
No, this is like he goes to Vietnam
Oh, yeah.
and brings beer and is giving it to all, finding
Yeah.
his buddies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy.
it's true story or just
It's
no?
a true story.
Yeah.
It's a true story.
He just went over there to help him out.
Yeah,
huh?
he
They
was
were
in the
sitting
middle
there
of
one day.
battle, and he's
He's just a civilian that was
Yeah.
just an idiot.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go
almost got killed.
Yeah.
36.
I'm gonna go 37.
35.
Dang, I went the wrong way.
I am within one on every pick so far.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, I have no idea.
54.
I'm gonna go 53.
45.
51.
Ooh, we're getting there too.
John Krasinski.
Oh, from
The Office.
The Office.
43.
You're not in this.
No, he's
I don't
older.
care.
Than that.
I love The Office.
He's like my age. I'm gonna say he's 48.
I'm gonna say he's 43.
Ding,
I
Oh!
said that. I said 43.
Shut your mouth.
ding, ding. Christopher Lloyd.
Oh,
Double reverse.
he was also John Big Booty and was that Remo? Not Remo Williams. Buckaroo Banzai.
See, they just got back together. They were at something together. Him and Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's awesome.
He was like, Michael, shaken, not stirred. No, I'm just kidding. That's terrible.
Oh,
So what are you doing, Lloyd? George Floyd. I was gonna say. Wow.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher
he's-
Lloyd. Yeah, he looks old, but he was on.
He's
Taxi.
no, he's old.
I'm gonna say 80. Is it mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
84.
Then I'm gonna go 83.
Ding, 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 ding.
God, you
I
got
was
two
right.
in a row.
Oh wow. Oh,
Wow.
Jeff-
You know you're Christopher Lloyd.
Wham.
that's not someone knocking.
Mom, is somebody here for me?
Meatloaf. Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, he's an old man too.
I bet he's the same age as Tim Robbins. What was Tim Robbins' age?
Say 64.
64.
Oh, that's not that. He told us.
67.
I'm gonna say 68.
70.
Oh,
Well, if I'd have said 69, but I knew I couldn't.
Yeah,
It would have been
see?
perfect.
just 71 then.
Zach Hansen from the Hansons. Little drummer.
Who's the youngest one too?
Yep.
Me?
Yeah, it's your
35.
Oh, geez, I don't even know when that was. That was around 2000, I'm guessing. Wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Mm,
36.
37.
We're right around them though.
I know
Yeah.
we've been really good.
I was just way off on my turn average to low over. I said it was 80.
11?
What the hell's going on?
I
here?
said 11. You said 88.
Jonathan Lipnicki,
Oh, he was a
Oh.
kid in.
Jerry Maguire.
The big
Yeah.
brain, big brains.
Oh, jeez. I don't even remember when that movie was.
Show me the money. I love black people. That was awesome.
Kiwi Gooding Jr.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
43.
Oh no. Oh,
The
maybe.
movie's older than you think.
Yeah, that thing was. He was probably 5 in
Cuba Gooding wasn't even in prison yet.
late
No.
80s. Oh, you know what? Yeah, 80, 80, 88, 30, 35, 40.
32. You guys were way off on that one.
Dang.
When was that movie?
Is that in the 90s then?
It had to be- it had to be 90s.
You know what? I think I knew Jenny then, so it was probably mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we saw it together at theater, I bet.
You remember seeing it?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking
We
it
went and
was,
saw it.
Yeah,
We
you
see-
remember seeing it with her?
We used to go see movies all the time.
they were
know.
necking.
So say you watched it?
Nah.
And then Jace was born.
No, we used to go see movies every week.
Did you?
Back then, that was all. That was. I wish I could do that now, but
Yeah.
kids ruin everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're like old.
country singer Kane Brown.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm gonna say 27.
24.
40? I have no idea what that is.
29.
I had no idea who it
Should've
was.
said 28.
What'd you say?
27.
Oh, I would have been closer.
He's an okay country singer. It's nothing
Judge
fancy.
Judy.
She's an old lady.
Mhm.
60.
81.
She ain't that old. No way.
She's an old lady.
What'd you say?
81.
77.
80.
Oh, you should have did it.
She's that old.
Yeah, she's an old lady.
She doesn't look that old.
She's as rich as an astronaut.
she's
Syndication.
rich,
Her
yeah.
and George Wapner. Syndication made them. They're billionaires.
Who's
Yeah.
Wapner?
He was the guy.
Oh
who
my
four people
God.
scored.
Don't tell me you don't know who Rusty is.
From Vacation.
No, not Russ.
I'm kidding. His name was Rusty too.
Rusty.
Yeah, it was. John Favreau.
Ooh, I like him. Chef. You ever see Chef?
Yeah, it's good, very good.
That
Yep.
movie, right?
Yep.
When they took the truck across the country.
Made a truck.
When he
Yep,
told the guy off in the restaurant.
Yep.
That was great. That movie. You ever see that movie, Chef?
No,
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
It's legit.
I just remember him from Gutter and PCU.
Sounds tasty.
And he's directed a lot of
Oh yeah,
Iron
Man.
Iron Man.
swingers
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
He's a crazy.
Yeah.
And he did. Wasn't he? He was someone's boyfriend on Friends.
Oh, he was
Phoebe?
Monica's.
Monica or Phoebe?
Monica's because it was the food. He was
Oh, yeah.
he was a restaurant owner.
Oh yeah. Who? Harmonica?
Harmonica.
Who? Fat Monica? That was a great. Hey, when people say you watch Friends, it was a funny show.
it's still
was.
funny when you go
Yeah.
back and watch it.
It was dumb.
Other than the who's the one goofy guy, the brother?
Joey
No, Joey's awesome.
Chandler?
David Schwimmer.
Schwimmer.
Schwimmer,
Ross,
yeah,
he
he's
was-
Ross,
annoying.
Yeah. Besides
Okay.
Pivot.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say 54.
Who we talking about?
John
Favreau.
Favreau.
53.
56.
Ooh, I was close.
Damn it. What's wrong with you?
Ty Pennington from
Oh yeah, from
Home Edition Extreme
Move
Makeover.
that bus.
46.
54.
58.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he's so hopped up on cocaine, he looks younger.
Last one,
Okay.
It's like the fountain of youth.
Hey, this is worth 4 points, Ed. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay,
4-pointer. I'll give you a chance.
Eminem.
man.
Oh, I just saw this.
Marshall Mathers.
You're first too.
Mhm.
so
39.
I'm gonna feed off you. No, he's older than that. I think. Yeah.
48.
49.
50.
Dude, it's so close every time.
Every stinking time.
Oh my
Damn
god.
it. Oh, that's awesome. That was fun.
Jeez.
Did Jace, did you watch a movie?
Huh?
Did you watch a movie?
I'm saving it for next week because I thought we were gonna do it this week.
What
but
movie you think you're gonna watch?
I watched the Redeem Team on Netflix. It's about the 2008 Olympic team,
I don't know. What
USA
that is.
basketball.
You have to watch one we've watched, though. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
I don't care. It's my
Watch
thing into
another one.
basketball.
Watch another one and talk
Watch
all about
another
both.
one.
I don't have time for this. No, I actually don't have time.
Oh my god. Oh, me too. I don't have no time.
I don't. I have like a bunch of shoots this weekend.
Yeah, you got to edit pictures too.
Exactly.
So anyway, anywho,
Yeah.
so Ed, you got anything?
Yeah, I've got a few things. I watched some of the corporate media this week, and I learned that Kanye, who created the quintuple platinum album Graduation, one of the greatest albums of all time, Kanye is mentally ill. And Joe Biden, who believes dead people are in the room and is leading a robust economy while eating ice cream cones, is not. I learned that.
And he just bought.
Graduation's a great album.
Yeah. What happened to Kanye this week? Something happened. He got
Oh,
banned.
he made a bunch of
He got banned.
anti-Semitic.
They took him off Twitter for a couple of days.
But he just bought.
Just him and Trump.
Parlor.
Oh, he bought into it?
He bought it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I got Parlor, but I mean, it was a bunch of crap. But
Kanye's got the money.
he's got, he wore a shirt that's like White Lives Matter. Him and
he wore that on Tucker Carlson's interview.
what's her name? Candace Owens.
Yeah.
They were in like London or something. They wore it, and people were outraged because obviously white people's lives don't matter or something, especially when black people wear it.
Well, I said this to my dad, but so I was like, oh, I got a few minutes. I'll watch tip off to the 76er Celtics. They brought a person out to give a poem. Started the poem off. Basketball is like black life. That's how they started it. And I was like, nope, I'll turn this off. So I turned it off.
Yeah.
That's how they started. And I was like, okay.
Tell that to George McCann or Mike. It was all white case back in the day. No, but yeah, so he said some anti-Semitic stuff too. That was probably, not great.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even really read it too much, but it's Kanye. He says stupid shit all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
He's going to get banned, but Sarah Silverman's still doing Amazon commercials, and, she took the blackface off, but, so.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, so, anyways, Kanye's insane. And I don't know if we mentioned this last week, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention last week was Christopher Columbus Day.
Oh, it was.
It was, I think we did the show on that night, and we didn't even notice it. He was the original illegal alien. He was ahead of his time, and he pushed diversity in the New World because it wasn't very diverse over here, and they weren't very accepting of him either.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
It was also Indigenous People Day, too.
Yeah.
He was a Dago.
And they weren't very accepting. They only liked people that looked just like them.
He was a Dago.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah. But he was supported by Spain, I believe, paid for his trips.
What's an Italian's flat tire sound like?
Wop, wop, wop,
They
wop,
go
wop.
wop, they go wop, they go wop, they go wop.
I was close again.
Once again, I can say that. If you guys say it, I'm gonna be outraged. But no, I'm just kidding. So yeah, you got anything, Willie? Willie's paging through his book. His Bible over here. His what if Bible.
Did you see, Willie? They made a graphic for the NBA season. Giannis is like sitting on the trophy reading a dad joke book.
Is that right? I got a couple would you rathers.
Okay.
Would you rather have a fat, nasty ass or floppy jowls?
Oh, flappy ass. I already got it.
A fat, nasty ass because you can put tight jeans on.
Yeah,
Or
I
put
mean, I
jeans
could
on to hold it in.
look at what Paige Sporanic does.
Yeah. I can wear my yoga pants that look perfect in them.
Boy, those pants are just struggling.
looks like two hams fighting.
Looks like two hot water heaters fighting over a drain.
Second thought, I'll go with the jowls. I'm just kidding. What else you got?
Would you rather drink a glass of water out of a storm drain
Oh, for sure.
or drink a large puddle left on the bathroom floor after someone gets out of the shower?
No,
Storm drain.
Oh, out of the shower though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that bad either.
Clean, should be clean water.
Yeah, especially like in jail, where they clean them every
Like
day.
whose water is it though? Is it yours? Of your wife? Family member?
Yeah, how much stanks on that water?
I don't know.
I
I
mean-
can't tell you here.
Oh, yeah.
I would.
If it was Paige Sporanics, I'd drink it off the floor.
I might. I might drink the water off the shower
Yeah, I'd
floor.
probably drink some of her bath water.
If
too.
I'm choosing, if I can make the stipulation, it's got to be my wife or myself. I'm doing it.
Yeah,
it's just
I agree. I'd drink yours.
Storm
Your wife's or your bath water too. Whatever.
the bath water now.
Well, it's like shower water.
Just give me
whatever
a
it is.
straw. No, I wouldn't drink bath water
My dog does.
because bath water is where you sit in
It's
dirt.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shower water you're getting out is dripping on the floor. You should be clean.
That's I
Right.
gotta fight my dog off. If I get in a bath, I come home from work and my back's hurting, put on the jets and stuff, and I lay there and the dog leans over. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's like, you're drinking my poop.
Because it
not
likes to
peanut
pee
butter
in the
time.
water all the time.
I know, right?
It
It's
was
all
to toughen the skin up.
I'm I'm like Moises Alou in there pissing on my hands. and
He
stuff.
pees in the bathtub for like 2 weeks till it gets full and hops in.
At the shop today, somebody had left over the weekend. Somebody pissed in there on like Friday and didn't flush the toilet, and it's just pee, and it's gross.
Yeah, I don't like when people don't flush toilet.
Oh, I was about ready to start choking people.
Like when you go in like public restrooms and like you walk in and like someone takes a crap, doesn't flush or whatever.
Yep.
You can kick your foot up there and flush that thing.
I know, that's what I do.
I mean, I actually, it's disgusting. It's
No, I like to go in there and try and break it up with my pee. Once the turds are softened up.
Also, you hear that peeing in the thing. I sink your battleship.
Your battle shit.
What are you? Oh, that's odd. Like, one time I was in a bathroom in Milwaukee in the bar, and I had been drinking a little bit too much, and I peed in that guy's leg next to me in the stall.
Willie.
I peed out Willie's leg.
Yeah, but he's got that scar. You had to harden up the skin.
But it kind of was like the same thing as the Mike, me and the Mark thing a few weeks ago, because I think Willie pushed me into the stall.
Yeah, he'll do
and
that.
then I peed on his leg. So actually, Mark did the same thing to me. So it's turnabout's fair play. I pushed Mark. I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I all of a sudden Willie, and he stood there for a while. Willie's like,
What the hell?
and Willie's like, what are you doing?
I deserved it.
I was trying to aim for the crack between his sock and his shoe when I was doing it to get it right in his shoe.
For people who are new to the show here, we're pretty brutal to each other when we're out. We're very cordial on the show.
Willie got me back though. He left me at the
He
bar on
just
my
leaves
birthday.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
He choked me with a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I shit in his back seat, or no, I dumped same thing. Taco Bell.
Taco Bell crap. Same thing. Go ahead, Willie.
Would you rather have kids that are very smart but don't do well socially, or who are popular and engaging?
We
but
did this
only
last week.
Yeah.
C&D students. Did we do
this.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We took the C&D students.
And Jay said, I'm a C&D student, and I'm kind of engaging.
Would you rather have to always eat standing up or always enter your car from the passenger door?
Passion door.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd rather not eat standing up.
No, I've done it. I mean,
I could do both. If I had to do either, I could do
I could probably eat stand on my head.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah. I don't know if you can stand on your head though. you might compress your neck.
Get spaghetti in my hair. It's usually all over my shirt.
It's better now. It's on your forehead, not on your shirt now.
Well, I'm filling in the empty spaces on my head.
What'd you find?
Oh.
I don't know if I asked this one already. Would you rather always be itchy or always feel like you have to pee?
I always hit. Those are both bad.
Yeah, I don't like being itchy.
I'm gonna go with the pee thing because I do always have to pee.
I'm not, but you always feel like you have to, even if you go and still feel like you have to. Ugh, but it being itchy sucks. Like you get sunburnt and you're itchy.
No, you don't want to be itchy.
I'm doing the pee thing too.
You ever see those guys that are all ashy and they're always like scratching and there's blood and
yeah.
I'll just act like I don't know.
I swear,
I guess if you're saying take a dump where it's like where it's like turtle heading coming out, like a gopher hole.
I'll wear a
whatever.
diaper. I'll solve that problem.
Yeah,
Does it Willie already?
I did that the other day.
I had somebody sent him to my house. I don't know who did that.
Oh my God. We came home from the UP, drove a long ways. And I wasn't having a regular poop up there, because we had other stuff going on. And I
Your
usually
home
get
turf.
I'm getting closer. And then Amber's like, let's stop at Woodman's to see if they've got some of this beer. I'm like, poop. So I'm like holding it while walking through there. And I'm like, oh no, just buy something.
You're walking like George Jefferson.
Prairie dog in
It's
it.
like Dumb and Dumber. Just give it to me.
Give it to me.
That man, I went home. I barely got through the door, man. I was so worried. As I get older, my butt does not hold stuff in as well. Back in the old
Ask his
days,
underwear.
He's dripping
Poor
on the way
Amber.
into, he's dripping on the way into the
He
bathroom.
buys them in bulk at the thing because she just throws them out. I'm not cleaning those.
No, you know why?
Draws.
I buy good underwear now, so I don't poop my pants because it was too easy when I only had like $2 pairs.
It's not a turtle anymore. It's a rhino horn.
Now I buy my socks in bulk. That's a whole different story.
He poops because he has to use socks for something.
Yeah.
He's standing around in his room all over the place.
Just put them up, put it in the corner with my other pair of socks.
Wow, Ed, I like your snowman exhibit. Yeah, that's what it is. Snowman
Snowman,
exhibit. It's a
yeah.
snowman.
They smell like jerkins.
What's that noise?
Why is that one waving at me? Who
Made that? No, Willie had to make that with his head.
Was
Was that your neck turning? Like,
Might have been.
Oh.
All right, my last one. Would you rather wear a motorcycle helmet to bed every night or always sleep with shoes and jeans on?
Oh,
jeez, I hate motorcycle helmets more than anything.
shoes and jeans, though, man. That's uncomfortable. I'd have to do shoes and jeans, though. I'd have to.
I can
So-
rock a motorcycle helmet.
So right before we left to come here for the show tonight, we turned on this show, The Watcher or something on Netflix, and this couple moves into this house, and there's like a bunch of creepy people, and you're trying to. It's one of those who's the one doing it, you know. And it's Bobby Cannavale from Boardwalk Empire
Yeah,
and
okay.
a couple of, and it's Naomi Watts. You know, for a British lady, she's
Mhm. Wow,
So-
her teeth are straight.
so he's like, you know, he's behind her and he's banging her from behind in the bed, you know, and it's like, and then the next scene, he wakes up in the morning, he gets out of bed and he's wearing like jogging pants and like a shirt. And I'm like, oh my God, who goes to bed with jogging pants and a shirt on after sex, especially? Because that thing's gotta be stuck to you for one thing, you know, and it's like, and now we're talking blue jeans and shoes. Could you imagine Bobby Cannavale, you know, all sexy Italian guy gets out wearing blue jeans and shoes? Just got done with Naomi Watts.
Blue jeans and moccasins.
It's like his zipper wouldn't even close.
Well,
it's
the-
like stuck to his belly.
The
you know?
helmet thing would be kind of cool every night. You'd be like, "Good night, honey." Get the fuck the lid down,
Watch porn because you can't tell.
and I'll be humming all night.
Mm.
I went to the dangers.
You don't have to worry you're banging your head when you get up.
I play jet sounds in my head. Yeah, this is cool.
Well, it must be a Harley. There's stuff leaking all over the bed. Looks like oil slick. Now I'm going
Nope, that's my poop.
with just like a Harley.
Yeah,
Ask friend of the show, Rob.
yeah.
Oh, he's not a friend of the show. I guarantee he doesn't listen to our show.
No, you don't.
But his Harley shits all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm going with the helmet with the mask because you could put like a screen in there and watch shit all night.
I'm going jeans.
Jeans.
Are you serious with shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, your feet would be so nasty and sweaty.
Yeah, I have no choice. I can't do the helmet thing. I wear the mask, the CPAP thing right now, and that bugs me.
Oh,
And that's
man.
only a pillow nose one. I hate the thing,
God.
but I wear it.
I sleep in the same bed with my wife, and that's fucking annoying as hell.
On that note, closing thoughts. Any closing thoughts, Ed, besides that?
No, go Michigan State girls soccer.
Yeah, they've got they play Ohio State in Columbus Thursday, and they play Rutgers on Sunday. So they have to win at least one of those games, and they'll have a tie for the first place in the Big Ten. They win both. They're the
Are they
top
at
team
home against Rutgers?
at home against Rutgers on
And then there's our tournament, Big Ten tournament.
Big Ten tournament. So what they do is they take the top. I think only 8 teams from the Big Ten or within their the Big Ten make the tournament.
Because like 74 teams in the Big Ten
Yeah.
now. So
So they got the top 4 plays the next.
they're
4.
in tournament no matter what.
Yes, they should be, but they'd rather have a home game. So
Yeah. So if they win the tournament, if they have to win to get in the national tournament, like or
I
it's just like where you can lose a tournament, but you'll still get
you
get
can
invited.
still, if you're high enough ranking, you can still.
So
get
if they win the
invited.
Big Ten outright, they'll probably get invited no matter what.
Right, that's the
Okay.
way I look
And they'll
at
probably
it.
get invited even if they come co-champs or whatever.
Big Ten's pretty strong in soccer, isn't it?
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, they had Rutgers was up there.
Where's the national tournament? Where's the tournaments? Is it all over the country?
the Big Ten tournament. So once they do that first, like the
Week.
quarterfinal,
Yeah.
then they go down to Columbus and they play at the Columbus Crew
Is it outside?
Stadium. Yeah,
I know
Too
the
far
national
away-
the national
too far
championship
away.
last year. I think it was at ESPN last year in Florida.
was it?
For
Was
the
that-
women?
Yeah,
That's
I was
nice.
I watched the championship last year. The last few minutes, it was
North Carolina?
and yeah,
UCLA.
Was it North Carolina?
and North Carolina, UCLA. I think.
Yeah, Notre Dame's usually in there.
North Carolina is always in it.
I
there.
think UNC won last
they
year.
were great. Who's Rodman's daughter play for her. She's out of that. She's a national
Yeah,
team
she's
now.
playing in the national team.
Yeah, she's got an NIL deal. You know, I love before we close. Go ahead. You're closing. I'll give you my closing.
No, I got one.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Because I figured that was going to be yours.
Yeah, it
Anyways. I
was,
was just screwing around.
Sorry.
That Bubba Wallace guy attacking a guy because he got crashed or whatever, and then they his apology was he apologized to his sponsors for he didn't apologize.
Smart guy. He wants to get.
He says my behavior does not align with the core values that are shared by 23XI Racing and our partners, who have played a crucial role in my incredible journey to the top of this sport.
He got suspended today.
Did he?
For next
One race.
For next week's race, yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
next week?
Which is a big deal because
Is it next week the championship?
he might not be in it though, or it might be the playoffs still.
Next week's the championship, I think.
Actually,
The
He might-
NASCAR
situation in the
championship.
playoffs, yeah.
Then
Next
he
week's the
says
NASCAR
race-
championship.
So he can't race in it. Then.
Yeah, it's in Phoenix.
But he might not have a chance to win it anyway.
those Phillies.
Because
Oh.
Joe
Yeah.
Gibbs
They
raced-
won.
They
Phillies
won.
won 2-0.
Bryce Harper, moonshot. Kyle Schwarber, 488.
Yeah, we heard
Yeah.
that. Oh, Harper won too.
Harper hit the first one,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Schwarber hit a missile to the upper deck.
We heard that.
And
Really
then
told us that.
Zach Wheeler pitched beautiful, they said. Went 7 innings strong.
So Bubba Wallace is going to be fixing the garage door ropes on the, so he can get back in the game.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny that happens.
He's such a
It
scumbag.
happens all the time though in NASCAR. Those guys are always.
No,
fucking each
I'm
other.
not saying that, but
Yeah.
to not apologize to the guy for attacking him and saying, "Hey, you know what? My emotions got the best of me. I in my opinion, he
Well, and
wronged
the
me.
crappy thing about the whole thing.
He just goes right around that. He's just like these the guy from the Warriors and stuff. I'm not going to apologize. I'm
Draymond.
gonna apologize without apologizing.
Well, the problem with it is they watch that video. It's like the guy that he was going after.
Wanted nothing to do-
Kozlowski, was it?
Oh, Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson had nothing to do with it. It wasn't like they were trying to fight for a bigger guy. The guy would have just started fighting him.
Yeah.
But Larson probably don't want to get suspended. He's like backing up, like, what the hell, dude?
Like
It's
seen
like-
Tony Stewart.
Kyle Larson's one of the top guys. So
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time, though. Guys always
No,
fight.
and I have no problem with that.
Stewart
happening.
would just kill you on the dirt track.
Yeah, she'd run you over.
Wow.
But yeah, this
Too
guy,
soon.
just the audacity, of all the things he's done now. I mean, he's had a couple incidents. He never apologizes for him. He's above everybody else. He looks down on everybody. That's why I don't like him. I mean, just admit you're wrong.
Yeah. Shouldn't have
So-
done it. Sorry, Kyle. My bad.
Yeah, it got the best of me. Whatever.
Yep.
Shit happens during the game.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts?
I
Oh
hope
my
the
God.
Yankees win. And I'm not
Boo.
sure who I want to see in the World Series from the NL yet.
Boo.
But I know I'm rooting for the NL no matter what because I want one of those teams to win the World Series.
Why do
So
you care about the Yankees then?
because I don't like the Astros. They cheated.
Yeah, because the Yankees have never cheated.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts, please?
Yeah, Giambi didn't cheat at all when he won those 2 MVPs
Pettit.
and took him to the World Series and Pettit. And
I'm just
A-Rod.
hoping for some.
I agree.
Come on.
Yeah.
yeah, good call, Willie.
Yeah. Next week, we might have to do the show at 6 o'clock if we can do it because the Bear game's on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Get done, quick show, and then watch the game at 7:30.
And that's Monday.
Whoever can make it.
I might not be. We'll see.
Yeah, because the Bear game's on. So
Depends how the weather
we could do
goes.
it Tuesday again too.
Weather's supposed to be really good this weekend.
It is supposed to be nice this weekend. 70s.
So we'll see if next weekend's really good. I might be out of town.
Okay.
We'll see.
My closing thought was going to be something you made me think of something. What'd you say a minute ago?
I said a lot of
Not
shit.
the race stuff.
You hate your wife
the
too.
racing. No,
You won't sleep
man.
with
I
your-
thought of something I want to say as my closing
We're
thought.
talking Phillies.
No, it was something with man, I don't remember. It's gonna bug me too. It's gonna bother me after because I'll remember right after. Well, anyway, so guys, good show tonight for Ed, Willie, and Jace who stopped by late. We are the Basement Bench Warmers podcast, and like Willie says, let's hope for better NFL. And let's hope baseball keeps rolling the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good week, guys.
I hate goodbyes. Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome. Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
Let's give them more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
Feels so good. Feels so
Thank